In a world full of video game announcements, there's just way too many fucking announcements, man. That's right, you got Neon Pocket Dimension. My name's Jacob. We talk about nerdy shit here. My mic's really low. Let me lift that up. Hi, I'm Jacob. You got Miguel over there. Say hello.
I'm Miguel.
That's Miguel. We got I'm doing it correctly, Gage.
Hi there, Jacob.
Hi there, hold there. And of course, we have the homie from XToInteract, the singer bro from his own channel. That's Steven. Hello. Say hello, sir.
I'm Steven?
Yes. Get Steved. Everything is so quiet right now. I'm not liking it. I'm not liking how quiet you guys are. But how you feeling today? Oh, there we go. I figured out the problem. There we go. Fixed.
All right.
There. See, remember, always producing on the fly. Not gonna edit that out. Deal with it. All right.
I'm really good, man. I'm hyped to talk about all these this last crazy basically week, right?
Hell yeah, dude. So hey, you might be wondering what we're even talking about. Maybe you're from the future. Maybe you don't know shit about video games or whatever. But there used to be this thing called E3. Now there's something called Summer Games Fest. There was a ton of showcases. Hands, who watched them all?
Well,
All of them. Everyone.
Day of the Devs I missed.
I didn't see the Future Games Showcase.
Okay, this is also an asterisk can because I only skimmed through some of them. But there's just way too many. I wish I could
incept my mind and not have watched the Capcom one.
Oh God, yeah. We got to trash that one. I actually didn't even write that one down because I was like, do we got to talk about it? We could at least shit on it. Yeah. Also, it was very not memorable. Miguel, how many of these gaming showcases have you seen?
Absolutely none, friend.
Perfect. Miguel's here, keeps us grounded. You know what I mean?
I you know me. I don't. I'm not big on trailers in general, like even for movies.
Right.
So, I don't really follow the news very often unless someone sends me something. So, but I'm interested to see what we are going to see.
Cool. Well, we can get some genuine reactions from you today, which will be fun. In case you don't know what's up, Neon Pocket Dimension, this podcast, it's all about being nerdy, whatever it is you're nerding out about. We want to hear about that. Let us know in the comments below. What do you nerd out most about? It could be anything. It could be cooking. Could be a nerdy topic like movies or something. It could be action figures. I don't know. Let's hear about it. What you been nerding out on lately? We're gonna do a small Vibe Nude today. We have a lot to get through, so just quickly tell me between the four of us what you've been nerding out on this week. I'll just quickly start and just say, hey, been playing a lot of Diablo 4, and when I'm not playing Diablo 4, I'm playing Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. It's just two amazing games, and I'm just loving every second of it. All right, who else?
I'll go next. I have been playing some. I've been playing catch up on some games, right?
Nice.
But I will say I have played Zelda. I'm just slowly chipping through that because I have 2 Switches in the house and both are occupied at all times by my children. So when they're asleep is kind of when I get to put that
so
Zelda
funny.
on. It's the dad thing, right? It's gonna happen. But I can't complain because my son, he comes and talks to me. I get to live vicariously through him, and he tells me about the Zelda things, which are total spoilers. But it's I can't be mad about it because he's coming to me.
He's playing Zelda.
He's playing Zelda, man, and his middle name is Link, so it was foretold in the stars that he would enjoy Zelda, right? So
I'm glad you told that story.
I'm really enjoying that, and then to see him experience that has been something special, right? His first Zelda was Breath of the Wild, so mine was the original Legend of Zelda, and I was like, this is inscrutable.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Other than that, I've been audiobooks. I've been going through Thrawn again.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Nice.
I love those novels.
what's the first one's Ascendancy, right?
I think it's Heir to the Empire.
Oh yeah.
And then I think there's like a new version of those that were redone in like better canon or something. But
I think I just read the first one. I think it's called Ascendancy. It is. I think it's pretty much like just a retelling, but with some like canon-y things added. You know?
yeah, either one, you can't go wrong with listening to those. But yeah, great times.
Nice. See,
That's my web new.
All right.
Oh yeah, that's the one. That's the one I'm listening to right there currently. It's Ascendancy.
nice.
Yeah.
Just wanted to quickly show that.
What about you, Miguel? I'll go last because it transitions kind of nicely.
Just hockey this past week, really.
Oh, nice.
So there's a lot of that going on. Good times were had.
Hell yeah. Let's just quickly say that the Golden Knights are the fucking Stanley Cup champions, baby. We went to the bar last night. We watched them win live. It was crazy. Everyone was shouting. So I know Miguel has been nerding out on that as well. Hell yeah.
Good for you guys. I'm glad Vegas gets to come together and celebrate its very own sporting event.
Yes, it was nice. It's quite nice.
Quite good.
For y'all.
Quite
Quite
good.
nice. Oh, and I'm going to Death Valley on Saturday
Oh,
cool.
to go stargazing. So that's
that's cool. You gonna be home in time for the fucking parade?
So that's the problem. Stargazing.
Oh,
That's it. Yeah.
oh wait. Hold on, wait.
So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Because technically I don't have to leave till late to do it, so I'm not sure yet.
Right on.
I'm also gonna go to Del Taco in Barstow. So
Oh yeah, dude, that's Miguel's favorite like restaurant
if
of
you
all
want
time.
to go, Jacob, there's room.
Oh my god, dude. I don't know. I might go. I might crash it. That could be fun. Depends though where I'm at on the strip. I have no idea at that
Well,
moment.
no, I mean Del Taco is gonna be like early afternoon, dude.
Oh, Barstow?
Yeah.
It's a 4-hour trip, man. It's a big ask. Think about it. I'll think about it.
Steven,
What
our
are you doing?
podcast randomly just gets super hyper Vegas local centric.
Yeah,
It's pretty funny.
Sorry, guys.
Great. Like,
Or Northern California local. It's pretty
Yeah.
funny. It's,
Yeah, you do talk
like,
about about your shit over there too, bro.
I
You're talking about your shit.
look, the only thing to talk about here is the hiking, right? You know,
Hey.
that's all that people like to do.
What's the best restaurant in Utah, bro?
Fuck if I know, dude. There's so much arguments over it.
What's your favorite
I'll
place
think
to
on
go
it.
to? Yeah, think
Yeah.
about it. We'll
That's
ask you
the
again at
question.
the end.
Okay.
All right.
You know, I like the lodge at Snowbird. They have pretty good burritos.
That's very good. Yeah, that's a good call.
Nice.
I can't think of anywhere else I've eaten in Salt Lake City. Maybe in Park City. There's a really good distillery called why I can't remember. They make campfire whiskey. What the fuck? It'll come to me.
Yeah.
But they have good food there. What am I nerding out on? That's not.
Yeah,
that's
what you
not
been
Park
nerding out
City.
on?
Park
Sorry,
City.
buddy.
Is what it is.
High West
High
Distillery?
West. Thank you.
Yes.
That was escaping me.
Oh,
Super
yeah.
good whiskey.
Nice. I have to put my
Uh,
birthday in. I'm not going to do that.
You can't look at our
You
website.
don't have to
Oh,
put your
no.
actual birthday. They're not going to check. It's okay. I haven't really been nerding out on anything other than honestly Summer Games Fest. I've been burning the midnight oil. I just transitioned back to freelancing. I like left the full-time thing, so I
wow.
had this big freelance gig that had to get done by this morning at 10 a.m. And it was like so much work. So I've been working till like 1 a.m. every night. It's been insane. Because I've been watching the kid during the day and then working at night, kind of moonlighting. Anywho, but the only thing that really kind of kept me going through all that was just watching a ton of all the Summer Games Fest coverage. So that was pretty cool. So
Hell yeah.
it was honestly so nice to just have like that constantly kind of in the peripheral in the background, and Yeah, I think this year at Summer Games Fest was like one of the coolest, or it felt like one of the most like it gave me the old E3 vibes for sure.
Yes. Yeah.
Just the enthusiasm and everyone kind of talking and chattering and like the ebbs and flows and the weird stuff. Even the fact that Ubisoft was like the weirdest, like oddest conference. I know we're gonna talk about them all kind of individually, but um, I don't know. It was a bunch of throwback feelings for sure, and even just like the giant bomb couch and all that kind of stuff.
Brian
that was
Bob and
happening.
Night. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was great. It just kind of felt like those things. The one thing that was missing is a drunken IGN podcast where they all like are at the that bar across the street from E3 and like getting hammered and podcasting. But it was good.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so that's what we're talking about today, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, sure.
Isn't that correct? Cool. Yeah. So that's what I mean. When was the first event? I think it was last Thursday. Is that correct?
Well,
when was Summer
Summer
Games
Games
Fest?
Fest was June 8th. Yeah.
June
so-
8th. So is that last? Yeah, last Thursday.
Mm.
So last.
But PlayStation kind of before then. But yeah.
True, and I did say in the tweet, like, we talk about it, but I forgot we did an episode on it. So you could argue that, but, like, you know, it did really kick off with the PlayStation Showcase, which a lot of people were low on. I thought they showed some cool stuff. I mean, there wasn't, like, a ton of exclusives, but, like, it was really nice to see Spider-Man.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But then, as of June 8th, it really kicked off. We started with Summer Games Fest, and then it just bled into all sorts of other events. Hit its zenith, in my opinion, on Sunday with Xbox's showcase and Starfield Direct. And then we got to the lowest point, which with Capcom showcase afterward. It was very horrible. Then we just had the Xbox Extended yesterday. And I think I'm blanking on another event. But there was a lot in there. So we're going to kind of go over everything. But, like, just overall, let's just say for all these events, what do you guys think? And, you know, talk to Miguel just so he knows, since he hasn't seen any of this.
You know it.
What do you think?
I mean, I get it. It's not a, this type of kind of hype culture sort of thing is pretty unique to the gaming space, or I guess just nerddom in general, because there's like this kind of stuff for, I don't know, other properties and stuff. But I don't know. I just felt like this year was cool because it felt like, I don't know, post-pandemic and stuff, when everyone's been just kind of in this remote vibe and stuff. This just felt like the most kind of community-centric set of events. And Jeff Keighley, love him or hate him or whatever, he did a better job. They did a better job this year of like kind of I don't know, funneling everyone into the right spot there, so that it was all kind of participant, and having it closer together. Like a couple of years back, it was essentially all of these things happened during the summer, but it was like from
Like 2 months,
May,
right?
May to September type of thing. So it was just kind of exhausting. Where this just felt like bam, 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 and even just for IGN, like or wherever you watched it, just to have like the content roll from one thing into another was pretty cool. And just it felt like, again, like I'm not the hugest sports guy anymore, but it felt like, I don't know if it's like March Madness or something, like how people all kind of come together for one specific type of event and talk about stuff. And so yeah, it felt good.
Yeah. I mean, I totally agree. I had a lot of fun with these. There's a lot of variety. You said you missed Day of the Devs. That was really cool, as it always is. I mean, you know, there's so many different like groups, as you can see here, that put on different events. Don't look at this one. And they were just a lot of fun. And we even have one more coming up with Annapurna.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
So yeah, I just thought we could just kind of like go through all the things we watched, not really spend a lot of time on like ranking them or whatever the heck. But I was just gonna list them one by one, and just you guys could say like a little bit about it, or give it a thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever.
Maybe like a standout, right?
Yeah. So I'll just run through them. So yeah, we had Summer Game Fest. I thought was pretty good. A lot of people thought wasn't great. So, then we had Day of the Devs. Saw kind of I feel like I saw some stuff that I already knew about, but it's always great to hear from the devs themselves. Day of the it's that Double Fine I Am 8-Bit event. I think it started as a Double Fine event.
It started as this small little like thing in San Francisco where devs would like come together and all kind of. It was like more of like a meet and greet type of thing, but now it's like slowly turned into like people showing their games. So it's cool.
Yeah.
I've heard lots of good things about like the actual culture behind it and stuff. And Double Fine's one of the coolest studios as far as just like ground floor, like everyone doing it together.
Yeah.
Real quick on Summer Games Fest, I felt like this year was like this conference is kind of the best you can expect from Summer Game Fest. Like, I mean, it's
Rebirth,
long
right?
and it's bloated, but like that's how he has to do it. He's got to sell it, so there's got to be ads. And I thought the ads this year, or like the ads, whatever, like they felt a little bit more cohesive and a little more interesting. They weren't like so, just kind of like mobile game bullshit type of stuff. And
I think it was just Samsung, if I'm right. Like,
yeah. But I mean, even those games that are like filler games that are obviously just like paying for the show, I just felt like they weren't. So they didn't spend too long on them or anything. They didn't like go on forever.
Yeah.
And there was cool like funny moments, like Nick Cage coming out and just being a weirdo was cool. Like that was cool. I was into it.
and then so we had the bigger ones. I just want to touch on are like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, right? You had Mortal Kombat 1 and Prince of Persia. God damn it, Prince of Persia looks amazing.
Yeah.
What a cool surprise that was.
Totally amazing. Yeah. Which they went more in depth on certain things at other events, like at the Ubisoft Forward. But like, man, they started with that Prince of Persia trailer, and I just saw so much chatter like, this stupid, or like, why would they start with this? But I don't know, man. It got me hyped.
Think of the developer, man. That's a Rayman Legends people.
Yeah.
Amazing platform developers. Like, ugh.
Yeah,
it's a perfect fit for sure. And I actually thought it was kind of cool how the conferences this year like would drop like, hey, we're gonna show a cinematic trailer here, but then we're getting to a deep dive later on at this other thing. Like, I think that's actually kind of cool. Like, it actually made me, between Xbox showing Star Wars and this showing Prince of Persia, I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch Ubisoft now. Like, because before I was like, we'll see,
Yeah.
So
I think it was Ubi that showed Star Wars, if I'm right.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, that's what I meant.
No,
Well,
timeline, yeah.
Originally was shown at the Xbox showcase and then shown at Ubi. Like
Was it?
gameplay. Yes, there was a
you're
trailer
right.
at the
That's
Xbox
right.
showcase, and
Yeah.
then they actually showed the gameplay at the Ubi one.
Which
Which
they did a couple times with a couple different things.
Yeah, so I
Right.
thought that's kind of cool where you like, okay, I'll get a cinematic or like a feeling trailer, and then if I want to sit through the deep dive, there's like the extended showcase, all that kind of stuff was kind of cohesive. Anyways, continue, Jacob.
Yep.
Devolver.
So then after Day of the Des, we had Devolver's Return of Volvi event, which
This
was
Shit was wild.
Fuck. Fucking
was
crazy and
a
awesome.
fever dream, man.
yeah. I mean, what they showed trailers for, I knew about some of those, but like there was one in particular that we'll talk about in a minute. That looked a lot of fun, but overall, like they always have like the best directs, right, guys? I mean, they're ridiculous.
It was the most entertaining by far. I mean, it's just
Yeah,
you're
for
like what? It's like watching some weird Adult Swim like interlude or something. So
Yeah,
It's like a, what is it? It's like a Frankenstein kind of situation.
Yeah.
His monster.
I
He had
needed-
to kill his own monster.
I
right?
need a
Like,
different kind of help.
Yeah. And it just like he has to kill it. It's like, oh my god, that's dark.
Yeah, it got really dark. Miguel, if you're gonna watch any of this shit, just for pound for pound entertainment, just watch the Devolver one. It's not even like really a game show case. It's like it's its own thing. It always is with them. It's cool as fuck.
it was essentially like a weird episode of like comedy Black Mirror sort of, but like making fun of game dev stuff. Like they
And
always
AI.
like each year they kind of pick like a thing to make fun of in the games industry, and this year was like all about AI generated stuff, and it was pretty hilarious.
Yeah,
The blue poop was funny. The goop or whatever.
they're like, what? He's got to expel his
Plus
brain
sewage
waste or
something.
whatever the fuck he said. Anyway, we won't
It was
spoil
gonna
it.
be like, I thought the waste was gonna be like made of devs, like actual people or something. But
Yeah, me too. But no, he was just in horrible pain. Poor creature.
Yeah.
Anyway, then we had the Tribeca Game Spotlight, which I went through it and I was like, I don't know. I mean, again, it's more of the same stuff we've already known about. I think there's a couple standouts maybe, but I didn't actually note any down, even after going through everything. So
the thing is, I think the thing is with the Tribeca Game Spotlight is it's it's associated with the Tribeca Film Festival, which is happening right now, and that's like a big thing in New York. Like there's theaters over in Tribeca, which is a neighborhood in New York City, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
Then they set up like theaters outside, and it's where a bunch of like cool indie films come out, more avant-garde like art film stuff. But then there's also bigger stuff like Sundance level films that come through there. And they recently started like kind of bringing in games as a form of like Kojima's done some things there because like even I think like Cyberpunk was there one year, stuff like that. And now it's more indie like games for impact style type of things that started showing up there. So it's kind of just like a hey, people who care about media that are like other forms of media, like check out video games, they're pretty cool. So I think it's more to like kind of bridge the gap there.
This time around, it seemed more like, games that are almost like movies, like
Sure.
whatever. It's that one, like a Greg Miller style game. You understand what I mean if you know him. Then on June 10th at noon, we got Wholesome Direct. I went through the list. I didn't have time to sit down and watch every single trailer.
Very cozy.
There's games there. I mean, they're cute. It's like a lot of indie stuff. I don't know. I didn't find anything there that I didn't find anywhere else when it comes to like the stuff worth talking about. But it's always a fun, wholesome direct. I mean, that's literally what it's called. And then we had the OTK Games Expo. Didn't even know what this was.
I didn't watch that either.
Didn't know what this was. Ended up writing down a lot of notes for games in here, which I found to be interesting. So there's some cool indies in there that I would have completely overlooked. And we got Future Game Show, which was hosted by the voice actor Laura Bailey and the other voice actor, the guy who does Spider-Man's voice. And I don't know his name.
Yuri Lowenthal.
Yuri Lowenthal, thank you. So it was the two of them talking about like Lords of the Fallen and shit, showing more indie trailers. There was some decent stuff there too. I have a few things I made notes on that we can talk about and I'll show. Then on June 11th, we got the Xbox Showcase, followed by the Starfield Direct. Fucking amazing.
A lot of people are like, this saved it,
Xbox
whether you think
One.
so or not, right? But like,
Yeah.
I think it was the best. So
It was a fun day to be a gamer that day, no matter who you were. And I mean, it's so silly. All this stuff is silly, but it is fun as a kind of sort of Xbox shill to watch that successful thing.
Yeah, totally, dude. Was awesome.
We're eating in games, no matter who you are, pretty much. So.
Yeah, we're definitely feasting, dude. Then we had the PC Gaming Show, June 11th as well. That was like directly after the Xbox stuff. There's some stuff in there, just a lot of the games I've already heard about. Then the Ubisoft Forward on Monday, which was pretty good. There was some lulls there. You know what I mean? They probably spent a little too much time on certain things. Kind of Funny kept saying like the production value was awful, which it was. It wasn't filmed very well. But then we had the Capcom showcase, which was literally a waste of time. Like didn't even need to happen. Could have just put out YouTube trailers.
they're like, hey, we exist.
Well, what's weird about that one too? Damn it, Kodak,
He has a
coming back in
visitor.
here. I know. Come on up here. Come up here.
Oh, is there a doggy?
Oh, hi, buddy.
Oh, it's Kodak.
Oh,
Yo,
good
what's
boy.
up, Kodak?
The weird thing about Capcom is that they didn't have a showcase announced until like after SGF already happened, and then they're like, "Oh, by the way, us too."
Yeah.
And it's like it felt like they were like doing that to like be like, "Oh, sick! Now we're gonna show a bunch of stuff too. We want to be part of the show." And it's like you could have just put these little trailers at other stuff, some of which they did.
Which says something about the show's hype in general this year, like you were saying earlier, Gage. Like, it just felt like there's a fervor around this year, like there hasn't been in a while. So
Yeah.
True. Capcom did not deliver. And then we got Dames for Games, which I didn't watch. I didn't have time. Not sure. I don't know if they were like putting out trailers.
I'll look real quick.
You know what I mean? But it's like, hey, here's female devs and stuff. Support them, which is cool. I just didn't have a chance to watch it. And then Black Voices Gaming, very similar, obviously. Didn't have a chance to watch that either. Just kind of missed those two. as the last two because I only had so much time today. And then we got the Xbox Extended, which actually did show off some new stuff. And that's it. So, yeah, overall, that's all the events that we're going to cover, essentially, today. We're not going to talk about all of them and all the games or anything. But
We'll
that's...
just highlight some stuff.
Yeah, that's our sampling. So as we go along, you guys just, like, call out stuff if you want to talk about it. Again, we're not going to talk about every single thing. But I did make notes, and I'm going to go through those notes. So, feel good?
You want to do like park the bus or
Sure.
Or skirt? Yeah.
Or skirt. Well, we'll just say, like, do you want to open the pocket or you want to keep the pocket closed?
Open the pocket.
Open that
Pocket.
Okay.
Just say open it up.
I'm not sure what that means. I don't want to know.
Just say open it up, dude.
We're going with it.
Open that shit up. Say that next time. Okay. Okay, here we go. So first things first, we got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This is we're covering right now Summer Games Fest itself. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is coming in 2024. I said loved everything we saw here. It seems like a big open world. Meaty has 2 PS5 discs in the box to actually play. So it feels like the old days on the PlayStation 1.
Nostalgia, baby.
You know what I mean? That 3-disc FF9 experience.
Or you just buy it digitally and it's 150 gigs or whatever it is.
That's great. I know Miguel's excited for that. Miguel, definitely need to watch this trailer.
I will not watch the trailer. I was going to buy the game regardless. So
There you go.
All right.
Look at that.
Cool. Well, here, look at Red 13's
I'd
ass.
much rather be surprised, to be 100% honest.
Red
with you.
13's ass in your face, dude. How do you feel about that? Let me get it bigger. Yeah, there you go. Attaboy.
Thanks, Jacob. Thanks, super producer.
No problem.
This looked awesome. I mean, this gave me. I mean, this is kind of silly, but it kind of gave me some Final Fantasy 15 vibes as far as like the open worldiness of it, and I love that element of that game, like just the exploration type of thing. So
And the chocobo riding, come on.
yeah, exactly. So I'm
No, that if it's anything like 15 or even better than 15, I'll be happy.
I mean, I'm sure elements of it will be better. The story in 7 seems to be typically more of a thing for sure. So
Yeah, I was also, just the things they showed off in the trailer. It was like, man, they're nailing it. I'm just waiting to see footage from the gold saucer, and then I'll be like, yeah, baby, I'll be super happy. Okay, so moving on, Spider-Man 2 was also at Summer Games Fest. They just announced the date of October 20th, 2023. The reason why I noted that is because I thought it was weird that they waited till Summer Games Fest to put the date out. I don't know.
I think it was smart. I think it was smart marketing, right? You have it in 2 places. You show it off. Hey, reminder, there's all these other cool games, but we're important. Like
also,
Right.
also, there's a good chance that Summer Games Fest has a much bigger audience than a PlayStation Showcase does. Like, I think the hardcore PlayStation people know that like a PlayStation Showcase is happening, but there's probably, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about that, but I would think that the metrics are probably higher for Summer Games Fest.
You're right. Yeah.
So
Okay.
when you think about that kind of stuff, it's not always like the best for like the people who follow this stuff, but for the people who are a little bit more layman, I feel like it is probably smart. But PlayStation always does do weird stuff like that, where they're like, and we'll put it out on the blog later or whatever, and you're like, why'd you do that?
Yeah. Don't do that shit. But I see what you guys are saying. I guess there's a point to it, but I don't know, man. I mean, it's always nice to hear from the devs, though. I love the devs. Games wouldn't exist without fucking devs. Remember that. Then we have Mortal Kombat 1. Ed Boon was brought out. God, it's always nice to see Ed Boon, living, breathing, speaking words.
They released him from the vault for a little bit to get some fresh air.
Come on, Boon. Come on out.
It's your time.
It's your time. So yeah, he just kind of talked about the game, kind of gave some just essentially demoed the game live.
What a screenshot.
Yeah, that's amazing. Just talking about yes, it's gonna still be brutal. Yes, there's gonna be essentially assist moves. Think like Marvel vs. Capcom 1, which there you go. It's another classic Johnny Cage moment there. The characters are back. The world is rebooted. what's his name? Liu Kang is now the god of fire, and Raiden is just like the green,
Scrub.
young fighter scrub. Yeah, which is really interesting. So it's just kind of
Sub-Zero and Scorpion get along. So
right. Yeah, they're like they're just like ninjas now. It's no big deal. There you go.
Oh yeah, Jean-Claude Van Damme, right?
Right. Yeah. But yeah, no, graphically it's looking amazing. It's looking really combo centric, which is something that Mortal Kombat is known for. And it'll just be another amazing fighting game for us this year, which is crazy. Usually don't get so many of those. Yeah, I mean, you guys stoked for that? Or are you interested? Miguel, what are you thinking?
I'm not really a fighting game guy personally.
Mhm.
So
Oh, that's right.
just throw one on the pile.
Just throw it
I
on
like
a pile of
I like
fighters.
NetherRealm stories. They're really fun to play through. I played through Mortal Kombat 11. I didn't play through Aftermath, but I played through the base game, and crazy stuff. But it's cool. It's such a and like the Injustice games too. They have really fun stories. So it's fun to just play even without friends. You can just jump in and do that for a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it should be a good time. And always want to see more accessibility and training options to get newer players in there, not just to get completely wrecked by the FGC right off the bat. Which I feel like between Guilty Gear Strive and Street Fighter 6, they're doing really good jobs of getting new players in. So that's something that is a concern for a lot of people, just gamers out there. I'm seeing a lot. We'll have to see how that goes, but overall, game looks brutal and fucking badass.
Dude, one thing I wanted to touch on was the what are they called? The
Fatality?
assist fighters. What are they called?
There you go.
I can't remember what they're called in this one, but they come in and help you, I suppose. But they're not exclusive to that, right?
Cameo.
Cameo fighters, yeah.
Cameo fighters. You have Stryker, right? You haven't seen Stryker in a Mortal Kombat for a while, and
Long time.
some of those they're going back to the roots for those cameo fighters, and it's
Yeah.
just really fun to see me as an oldie to go back to those Super Nintendo style Mortal Kombat games and see him new, right? Like Stryker and things like that. So was
Bring
he
it back.
in one? I think since then. I think he maybe was on the GameCube ones, but
Yeah, maybe.
I can't remember.
Maybe Inception, or not Inception. What's it called? Deception.
Deception.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I only played 1, 2, 3, and then 10 and 11.
Yeah,
I missed
yeah.
the whole middle.
We played all the
Chunk of
weird
trash.
ones with the weapon systems and
So weird.
I used to play the weird one. Was really into it. I think it's on the PS2 where you there's you run around. It's like an RPG-ish type of thing.
Yeah.
And you can be different characters and you level them up and
Yep.
you have to that one was cool.
Yeah, it had a weird name, probably with the backwards K in it or something.
Could be.
Yeah,
was it Shaolin Monks?
Yes.
Yes.
It was Shaolin Monks.
Oh, nice.
There it is.
Wasn't there also a Sub-Zero game?
Yes, there was, and
There
it was
was.
not good.
Yeah, I heard it was trash, dude.
Yeah,
To be
it
fair,
was
Shaolin Monks might have been trash too, but I was just a young kid on a PS2 loving it. I was 14 or something. So
totally a good assessment of that. Yeah.
Then and again, these are my highlights, so if you want something else, let me know. Then we have Sonic Superstars, which looks freaking amazing. Oops, that's the wrong button. We're on the
That's
IGN
Zelda.
site right now.
That's
Yeah,
long.
that was Link's bowls. Yeah, no, so this looks amazing, dude. It's like a co-op 2D Sonic game, redone graphics, as you can see. They're comparing it right there. I really like Sonic Mania, but seeing kind of a new 3D visual style in the 2D actual gameplay style is really interesting. Not to mention, we have the 4 characters from the Sonic games so that you can have up to 4 players, and it's split screen couch co-op. This just seems like a lot of fun. You could have your kid or have some friends over, get all fucking drunk and play this shit and laugh. I'm pretty excited for this.
Reminds me of Mario Wii. What is it? The
Yeah,
4-player one.
New Super
Mario
Mario
Brothers
Bros.
U,
Wii.
maybe?
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah.
I'm not a Sonic guy, but good for people who like Sonic. It'll be fun.
Hey, you would play that game with me.
I would play it if someone had it and said, "Hey,
Yeah.
let's play this."
Like
Cool.
Am I going to go out and spend my money on it? No.
You're describing Jacob.
I know Jacob's gonna get it, so I'm gonna
I'm
play
getting
it.
this shit.
He's
and
literally
then you're gonna
talking
play
about
this
you.
shit. Yeah, he's like, Jacob, we're gonna play this right at your house.
Yeah, at your house because I know you're gonna get it.
Yeah, I'm not buying it for the fucking Switch, okay? All right, I don't buy multi-plat games on the Switch anymore.
That's the line.
That's where I draw the line. Until I can play that bad boy in 4K, get out of my face. Then we got Alan Wake 2 gameplay. I have that written down, which was super amazing. What do you guys think of that?
I
Yes,
am excited for
excited.
everyone else to be excited for Alan Wake, right? Because I love the first one. I love the story and like the mythos of that universe. So, it was a cool concept at the time. Obviously, the game doesn't hold up nowadays with like this. It definitely needs a refresh on mechanics and stuff like that. But still, definitely spooky. I think you can get some definite scares in that.
Yeah.
This one seems to be taking cues from that one, but also from things like Resident Evil Biohazard, right? So, like where the dude busts through the wall like that right there. But it looks like a lot of fun, especially after Control. It's exciting to see what the next project is from them. So,
Yeah,
the-
Remedy's really come up, I feel like, as like a kind of a sleeper hit as one of like the devs to watch out for, right? With I mean, I like some of the earlier games. I even like Quantum Break.
yeah,
Yeah.
I tried playing that, man, and I didn't like it. I like the
Yeah.
idea, but I don't know.
I like the idea of it. I had some fun with it back in the day. I don't think I finished it, but I enjoyed it for what it was. But anyways, the Control was just so fun. It's like low-key one of the better like
Fuck yeah.
Jedi games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically, yeah.
But this looks so cool. I love the like True Detective vibes. The kind of dual story thing that they got going on with it. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun, man. Also scary. It's gonna be a scary.
Also scary.
Then we got Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name. There was some other
Yeah.
things at SGF, but like I was like, let's get one more in here. What do you guys think?
We're just excited it's actually coming out.
Oh yeah.
Because it's on our fantasy critic team.
and yeah, exactly.
Stega over there.
Like, dude, I'm just excited. It looks like he's in America.
No, different game.
Oh, different game. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
That
You're
one,
right.
that
We're
one
gonna get to that one.
especially excited for.
Yeah,
Yeah, that looks great. We'll talk about
this
that
one-
after, yeah.
I'm excited to play as Kiryu
Kiryu.
again. So
Yeah.
yeah,
It looks like it's kind of like his John Wick, like I'm guessing I'm back type of game.
yeah.
Only he can throw vending machines at people.
Yeah, it looks like he has some powers or something, possibly. I mean, it's supposed to be like a spin-off, kind of like a Dragon Ishin was, where it was like in the samurai time period.
Yeah.
So could be interesting, you know? I just thought this was
Cool.
kind of a cool standout. Honorable mention for Star Trek Infinite, which is a Paradox Star Trek, like galactic, Empire sim, basically. Like, fuck yeah, that's cool. And then John Carpenter's Toxic Commando, which is, it's a zombie game, but like, will, hopefully have a badass soundtrack.
Yeah, it was
And
odd to me that they. Sorry, go for it, Miguel.
No, I was gonna just say if anything, it should have a badass soundtrack,
Yeah,
even if the game is shit.
right. Yeah. I mean,
It was weird that the trailer was like it was living on a prayer in the trailer, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And I was like, why not do a John Carpenter-y thing? I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, it could have just been like music from Ghosts of Mars. That shit was badass as hell. Love that movie.
Also, Sandland. I don't know if you mentioned that.
Sandland.
from-
Oh yeah, and yeah. I do remember that game. That was interesting.
Oh yeah, actually, I have that on my notes. I wanted to bring that up. Akira Toriyama,
Real Sandy.
Yeah. It was like I don't know if we actually got gameplay footage out of there. It could have been like the art style of the gameplay. But Dragon Ball artist essentially, so his art. Chrono Trigger as well.
Also Dragon Warrior, all the Dragon Quest
all
games.
the Dragon Quest games, yeah. So it's
You got
based on
some
his...
where you're in like a mech, right? You're fighting things in a mech. It looks kind of fast paced, so that's exciting.
Yeah.
They said it's an RPG, but it's an action RPG. Like there's going to be some like almost fighting game mechanics when you get into battles. Is how it looked like.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
That's cool.
I'm excited about it actually. I want to read the manga.
Yeah.
Because I think it's like a one-off type of thing.
Yeah, I didn't get any of that from the trailer, so I mean, whatever information I didn't read anywhere else, that's great. It sounds interesting. The trailer is just like from the award-winning manga, and then it's like Sandland, a manga who like no one knows about in America, but is huge in Japan, and so then everybody's like, "What is this?" And it just shows like, sand. So I don't know. I mean, maybe it's cool. They didn't really give any any fucking other information.
A gravitational shift when Japan jumps for joy, right?
So yeah, it could be
everyone
cool.
thought it was Trigun, and they were like, "What the heck is Sandland?" But I'm excited about it. It got on my list of games to look out for.
Nice, cool. So let's head over now to the Guerrilla Collective. Unless you guys have anything else you want to talk about from Summer Games Fest.
Was it Twisted Metal? It was just a weird one.
Yeah.
What a weird showing from them. But
yeah,
you know what? I'm gonna watch one episode. They got me for one episode. So.
No, I'll watch that whole series, hands down.
I will not.
I don't know if I can.
What's that gonna be?
I'll watch one episode.
Let's get really high and watch it. Like no brainer.
It's gonna be on Peacock, Miguel.
Yeah, we have Peacock. Come
Yeah,
over. You can watch it over
watch
here.
it.
Watch it over here.
That's fucking terrible. Like, what the fuck, dude? I don't care about the driver.
It looks terrible too. It's
that was never the point of the game. I didn't care about the people driving.
Yeah, the game was just cars with like machine guns on them and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like it's gonna be like a more comedic take though, at least. So
yeah, I don't think it's keep taking itself seriously like Halo did in the worst possible way.
Master Cheeks, lest we forget.
Master Cheeks, that's right. Cool. So let me bring on my list here. So with the Guerrilla Collective, I ended up with a lot. I ended up with a lot of games I want to talk about. So if you guys don't know these games, it's cool. Like, I'm just gonna mention what it is and say, hey, put this on your radar for all these games. So let's start with Europa. So let me get this window set up.
This looks like straight up Studio Ghibli. I'm like, how is this not copyright infringement?
It doesn't look that close, man. But
dude, there's a castle in the sky with the robots from Castle in the Sky.
Yeah,
oh, come on.
He's not wrong.
Come on.
Look at those robots. They're straight up the robots from Castle in the Sky. I was like, I'm almost like, is this a Studio Ghibli? Anyways,
they're just bigger and not as lanky.
I don't know. I don't get that.
Though.
I don't get
that.
that.
Oh no, I'm all about this. This looks awesome.
So I said just, cool 3 platformer, vibrant, diverse environments. It looks like satisfying platforming puzzles. So check that out. Europa looks like a lot of fun. Then we got Abyssus, which look kind of interesting. Damn it, all the sound is on.
Where do they come up with the names for these games?
I know, it's ridiculous. But
Abyssus.
From the games I was looking at, this kind of looks like, what was that game where you're a cat, dude, and you're like shooting guns? Remember we played it on Game Pass, Steven?
Oh, God.
You know what I'm talking about? Anyway,
I'll look it up. Yeah,
it's kind of like that, whatever. It just looks like
Gunfire Reborn.
Thank you.
Oh,
it's like another one of those Gunfire Reborn style games, but like, I don't know. It just looks like a fun time to co-op with your buddies. So I at least want to throw that out there. What else? Okay, and then we got Remnant 2 at Guerrilla Collective, which is huge. Yeah, I'm just doing the super lazy style, flipping through the ones we're not going to talk about. But Remnant 2, Remnant 1 was a game that existed. A lot of people liked. Essentially Dark Souls, but with guns. You're rolling around, shooting. This is just the sequel. Looks cool as fuck. You guys interested in this one?
Yeah.
I want to jump in and play with someone. It'll be fun for sure.
Well, it's what is it? What was it, like a 3-person squad before?
Yeah, I believe it was 3, if I'm right.
Yeah. So there you go. We got our squad right here. Because I know Miguel's not playing this shit.
I might. You don't know.
Okay. Well, if he gets it, then there you go. Then there's 4, and we can swap in and out. But no, it looks good, man. It has that Souls variety. It's got that Souls sensibility. You
Looks
you die
more colorful.
a lot. Yeah, it seems like the art style's kind of been upgraded here. looks like a more of a variety of weapons, perhaps, and abilities. And look at that, he's swinging a ball and chain around, swinging the chain. I need to get that soundboard out.
I think I had the first one confused with the Surge. Is that
Oh.
also a shooter Souls-like?
It wasn't Souls-like. The Surge was like just a shooting game, like I think a horde shooter, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong.
I think
So-
it was Souls-like. I'll double check that.
I don't.
When
Yeah,
I
I'm
saw
not
this,
sure, actually.
when I saw this, I was like, "Wait, this isn't the game I remember the first one being." But then I realized it. I think I was looking at the Surge. But this, I like the style in this. I like the like wearing a cowboy hat, but you've got like, you know, cowboy hat and this mask and a giant saw blade
Swinging the chain. Sorry.
swinging the chain.
Swinging the chain.
Purge was a Souls-like game where you're replacing parts of your body in like a junk yard,
Oh.
post-apocalypse thing. Like you wake up and you're gonna have to fight for your survival by.
Cool. Right on. So yeah, I did remember looking at that. Anyways,
I didn't know about that.
cool.
Interesting. Then we got Super Space Club.
One second.
All right.
Looks
So
like asteroids.
yeah. So check this out. A Kind of Funny best friend. You know, we're all Kind of Funny best friends here. Like Kind of Funny. That's kind of how we all met. So another Kind of Funny fan made this game. You know, and was able to get it on the Guerrilla Collective, which is really cool. So yeah, it exactly, Miguel. It's like asteroids, but like it's got chill music too. What do you think? Did you play this?
I
I play it.
Yeah, would you? No?
Wouldn't say no.
What's happening?
Say no. Like, am I super excited? Would I play it? Yeah, I might play it.
Cool. I think that your internet's a little janky right now, man. Unless it's
I
me.
got that he might play it.
Oh, you might play it. Cool.
I might play it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is it better now?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
Is it better now?
a little bit. Yeah. Oh, and then we got the Toxic Crusaders, man. Which okay, if you like trauma, any like trauma movies, this is the characters from Toxic. The Toxic. What's his name? Toxic Avenger. As well as like
Come on.
other characters. I wanted to say Crusader, but I was like, wait, not Crusader. Fuck, because that's the name of the game. But yeah, no, these are all trauma characters. Apparently, like deep cuts. I mean, I only know the Toxic Avenger because it's the only one I've seen. That's actually one of
That's
the only.
honestly the only one you need to know, as far as I'm told. So,
Okay. Cool.
I haven't gone. I mean, Lloyd Kaufman's a fucking weirdo,
Oh yeah.
but
Big-
overall, I mean, Toxie's fun. So I might play that just for fun.
Yeah, it seems similar to that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game,
Yeah,
but like
exactly.
with trauma characters. So I just thought it was like we got to talk about that quickly. Steven, I don't know if you even know what trauma is.
No,
Which is
not a
fine.
clue.
It's fine that you
You
don't,
need to watch Toxie.
but you do
I
need
know
to watch
Toxic Avenger,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Yeah.
At least watch
Trauma is
that.
the same studio that does all those. Just watch at least the first two Toxic Avengers if you have not
Yeah.
seen them.
I mean, there's also
Good.
there's also Tromeo and Juliet. You know, and
No,
there's
That's
a
not
lot.
Romeo and Juliet.
There's a lot more. There's a lot more.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like really
There's all
bad,
sorts of stuff.
horrible.
And just as good names, I assume.
There's just
I
like
mean, Lloyd Kaufman is Lloyd Kaufman. Let's put it
yeah,
that way.
he's a legend. He's like
Okay.
the B movie legend, the most low budget shitty movies. And
I have seen him in person, and he's just as strange as he is on video. So
perfect. Okay.
definitely worth a watch.
Next up we have. All right, I keep forgetting the sounds on. Sorry about that. We have 30XX, which looks really cool. Straight up Mega Man X game.
Mega Man like, yeah.
Look at that shit, dude. What do you think of that?
What's not Mega Man?
No, it's called.
Why isn't Capcom putting Mega Man out? That's what you got to ask yourself.
Yeah, I know.
And that looks like that. Seriously looks like. Oh my god.
That's
I
zero,
thought it
bro.
was Mega Man.
That's fucking zero, man.
Yeah, that's zero. Come on.
But online co-op and stuff. No, it looks really cool. Music's on point. Game looks like a lot of fun. Yeah, what the fuck are you doing, Capcom? You could be like,
They're like, you know.
They should be
They're like-
suing. Is what they should be doing.
Roll is just blue in this one. So
it's just different enough, Miguel.
Yeah, just that 10%, right?
Yeah.
That's all you need, just the 10%.
Absolutely. Oh, dude, and then we have Lexamen, which looks really cool. Essentially think well, what did I say? Scribble Knots meets Undertale. So like to cast your magic, you have to like make a word, So he just made the word fromage, which means cheese, and just like threw cheese at the guy. Would you?
Seriously, fromage?
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
So I think you either write stuff or you like combine letter chunks to make words, and they do a lot of stuff. So it seems cool. Seems like a cool ass indie game that should
I
be
love
on your
that idea,
radar.
man. I might check this out.
Yeah, that one looks a lot of fun. Maybe for a 5-minute gamer, who knows?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yep. Then we got what was that?
So you got to beat it.
True, I do gotta beat what's it called? What's that game? Fuck that wizard game that I
Yeah,
Yeah.
that fucking wizard game. Yeah,
gotta beat that shit, man.
got to beat it.
Then we got World of Horror, which this game was already out on Game Pass's early release. So this is kind of just going over like all the actual game features, and basically looks like Junji Ito meets the game style of those old advanced Dungeons and Dragons person games, where you have like a window where what you can see, and then a lot of options on the sides to do things. But this is, again, it's like Junji Ito. So if you know his like manga, it's like horror themed, really creepy, weird conversations. People are like mutating into shit. Looks really fucked up and cool.
Cool.
What do you think of that one?
It's interesting.
Half of that person's head just came off.
I was gonna say,
I'm in.
also,
I'm in.
Why is there no? Should be lawsuits on that one too.
Right.
10%.
The 10%, yeah.
That's
10%.
Guerrilla Collective is all about IP theft.
Just 10%. That's all good.
Yeah. Okay, then there was this game Deadlink, which I was like, okay, I like FPSs. And the more I watched, I was like, okay, this has got like the stuff, I think. Fast-paced FPS action a la the newer Dooms was what I was thinking. So I just thought it looked cool. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Looks smooth as fuck, man.
Yeah, it looks pretty tight, man. There's a lot of games.
Weapon.
There's a lot of games in these showcases, like a lot of indie games. But like when you get that feeling, like when you see the gameplay, you're like, okay, I could see myself doing this and having fun, and like dying and going like, all right, psych yourself up. Now let's do it again, but faster,
Yeah.
So
roguelikes are my thing, so like, yeah.
there you go. And the art style is cool, man. It's like got kind of a cyberpunk look to some degree, almost like cell shady a little.
Yeah. Like
Um,
desaturated a little bit in some ways.
Yeah. And then there was this surprise, which, okay, so there's this other game out right now called Dungeon Maker, Super Dungeon Quest, or something like that, whatever. Yeah, it's something like that. And then I saw this game, which it's like, oh, it's the same thing, only it looks better. So I just wanted to call this out. Essentially, it is you make your own like Link to the Past dungeons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which again,
That was a great little thing they had there.
yeah, Super Dungeon Maker, I think, is the one I'm talking about. It's already out. There's only one character model, and it's like a chicken. And like apparently, it's kind of missing some features that people were saying like, oh, it would be better if you have this and that. This one looks legit, but more of the same idea, right? So you can see you're just designing like classic Zelda dungeons. Of course, you can share them. Of course, you can go online and play like random ones made by other players, stuff like that. But yeah, no, this is the type of shit I love to play right here.
You think we'll ever get a Zelda Maker in the style of Mario Maker from Nintendo? God, they could just.
I mean,
they could just make so much money if they wanted to.
That's what we're watching right now, basically. Just not made by Nintendo.
Again, 10%.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
is like 5%.
But it does look sick, though, right? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So I assume there's no story. You're just
Dude, no. What story? It's just dungeons.
not a fucking story most of the time.
The
Jake.
story
no.
is the challenges
in-
you had during the dungeons.
Not in a game like this, man. This is like, hey, just build a dungeon, bitch, and have fun. Okay, what's next? God, what is going on with Discord today? People are just messaging like crazy. Then we got Sacrifier. Okay. Let's see what this one's all about. Oh yeah, dude, I just love this art style. Almost like Xenogears, kind of.
Yeah, that's
like
exactly
the way
what
it looks.
I was gonna say. It looks like Xenogears.
But it is like it's like a game where you walk around and fight. I think 2D. I think it's a 2D game, like 2D, 3D. But look at that shit, man. That looks cool as fuck. You know,
Crazy, man.
a lot of weapons, a lot of animations. It apparently it channels Vagrant Story, but if it were to do that, it wouldn't be like an action game. But this kind of looks like an action game to me, so I don't know. What do you got? What do you think, Steven? That look cool to you?
I would play it, yeah, for sure.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Then we got WrestleQuest, which you guys probably already know about. Always good to see this game. It's just really coming along. It's like an RPG where you play as wrestlers. But look at those graphics. Looks pretty cool, right?
No, I like that. I like the lighting over pixel art like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks nice.
I'm not really into wrestling, but like,
Yeah, me neither.
this looks kind of fun because as an RPG kind of thing. So
Mhm.
Well, there's a height meter.
Hey, you see how there's like it's basically just like a turn-based RPG, but with wrestling.
That's pretty cute.
kinda
That's
cool,
pretty cute.
yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I think this game's really coming along because I've seen it before, but like now it's looking really good. Then we got Arc Seed. Dude, I wanted to like this Toads of the Bio game, but it just, I don't know, it didn't interest me. I just love this picture though. Look at that.
It reminds me of Redwall.
Exactly. That's why I
they
like
had a lot
it.
of frog games. I was reading chat as some of these things were going on. It's like another frog game, and I'm like, were there that many frog games?
There's a lot. There's a lot of frog games actually. And then there was this Arc Seed game, which I don't know, it might not be great, but I just thought it was cool because it's about like, it's a card strategy RPG with mechas, and they smash buildings. I don't know.
Jacob is literally the Venn diagram of this game.
Yeah, this is
Love a card game, love mechas, and I love destroying cities. So there you go. This game has all those things. It's not the strongest showing of the ones I listed, but I was just like, this is a Jacob game. I have to put this in there. Then we got, let me stop this. Then we got Growth, which looked kind of interesting. What's it called? It kind of looks like a strategy game. You gotta like flip tiles and
Yeah.
as you flip the tiles, it like unveils more tiles, and it's just it seems like just kind of a relaxing game. We're just revealing more and more of like a topographical map. That looks relaxing to me. What do you guys
That looks like
think of that?
popping bubble wrap, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Or what are the ones that the kids do these days? It's like, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, just
Oh,
the little
the-
fidget things.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Spectrum toys, basically. It's kind of how it's marketed. What's next? Jump Light Odyssey looked kind of cool to me, and I saw this game at like multiple other showcases later anyway. But it's just like one of those management sim games. Like think of the hospital one, or like what's the one?
2 Point Hospital or 2 Point Campus.
Yeah, think about a 2-point game, but it's Star Trek instead.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So you're managing an entire like Star Trek ship. There's like multiple levels, and each level has like different like rooms that serve different functions. So it's like everywhere from like the bridge with like the obvious stuff, but then you saw like they were just relaxing in a pool. You know what I mean? And so you're just like managing being on a ship. I don't know. I feel like this is a game Miguel would be interested in.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know.
If I have nothing else to play, maybe, but
Yeah.
I'm not huge on these, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, it's just a starship, though. Being a captain.
Well, I mean, yeah, being a starship captain, who doesn't want to do that? But
Yeah. There's a lot of work that goes into it.
Apparently.
I don't know. I thought it looked cool, man. It just popped out to me.
I get so stressed with those type of games, right? Like, because I'm
Yeah,
not
right.
meeting the criteria for everything, and then
Yeah.
and then I'm like, well, this just feels like a job, so I'm good.
Fair enough.
well, it kind of is a job, isn't it?
Yeah,
You're
I
learning,
mean,
sort
basically.
of like SimCity. What were you learning? You were learning city planning.
And
Yeah,
taxes.
and I'm learning that I'm shit at it. So
Mm.
Taxes, baby.
You gotta raise those taxes, but you're gonna make the residents mad.
Yeah,
You
well,
gotta
screw
pay
them. Screw them. Then we
Oh.
got Corp Nation, which I just thought had a funny name, but seems like kind of a cool satirical game.
What the fuck?
It's
I'm
a
gonna say
satirical game.
skirt. Let's keep going.
Yeah, yeah. Well, wait. Look, you gotta consume and work, man.
No,
You know what I'm saying? Look at that.
Some, like future
I don't know where to play a
dystopia
work
I
game.
don't want to live in.
Yeah, this is just
Relax.
definitely.
no space, outlaw vibes.
Yeah, kind of like that.
It's like a
Um,
Black Mirror a game. No, I'm good, thank you.
Then we got Kingdom 80s. Not 100% on this like gameplay, but like I just thought it looked.
Are we going through the entire Gorilla Collective? Is this what's happening right now?
No, dude, I'm telling you, I made a list of standout games of the Gorilla Collective. You guys
His
didn't even
list is
watch
very
it.
long.
You guys didn't
This
even
is a
watch it.
long list. This is all the games in the Gorilla Collective.
No, it's not, dude. It's like literally only 30%. If
There
that.
was a ton of them.
There's way more than this, dude. Tell me. Each of these trailers that I'm showing are like only a minute long anyway. But look at that. Does that not look cool? The art style.
I like it.
I do like it.
Okay.
It looks
There you
Stranger
go.
Things-y, kind
Yeah.
of replaced-y.
It's called Kingdom 80s Summer of Greed. Hey, I'm just throwing out cool indie games that should have a slight spotlight, okay? It's not going to be the whole thing we're talking about today. But I'm just saying, these games all look cool to me. There's only a couple more. We got, you're going to like this one, all right? And no, not a Corgi's Cozy Hike. That looks stupid.
I know it's
Okay.
super
What are you
handed.
talking about? That's what you
Pizza.
should be talking about.
Pizza Possum
man.
looks really stupid. This is the
Nice.
game. This is probably the coolest game that I saw today. Looking through all these other ones.
Downtown?
Yes,
It sounds like Downtown.
very
I'm gonna
cool.
take you to downtown.
Okay, so the premise of this game is that you're learning like words from a language. It can be like there's multiple languages you can pick. It could be Japanese, could be German, whatever. But essentially, you just walk through the game world, which is grayed out, and the more nouns you learn by doing stuff, the more the world kind of lights up. But like essentially, throughout the gameplay, you're kind of like learning another language.
That's kind of cool, actually.
That's pretty cool, right?
So do
Oh,
you have
look
to do you have to speak it into your controller or something? Is it like that type of thing?
No. I mean, you just go around and click on stuff and do mini games, and it just kind of teaches you words at the same time. You know.
That's
But
really cool, actually.
I don't know the
That's a great
actual
idea.
gameplay, but that's just how they're marketing it. I just thought this was really cool, super unique, you know, and
Yeah.
I want to put it on my radar because I mean,
That's
look,
actually a good tool to use if you're trying to learn a language.
yeah,
I could see that being useful
you know, like
and fun.
like if you you set it to Japanese mode, you go to the bathroom, and then it teaches you the word bathroom in Japanese. That's helpful when we go to Tokyo, right?
There you
It's
go.
not wrong.
All right then. So now down, really cool.
Downtown.
There's only two more, I promise.
Oh, there's the other.
Oh, another
frog.
frog game.
There's another frog game, but this one is Tony Hawk Pro Skaters.
Oh,
Pro
God.
Skater. So you can't. I mean,
100%.
I just want it to be better than. God damn it, this window's not gonna work. But hey, whatever, fuck it.
It won't be perfect, yeah.
It was earlier. Yeah, I just want this to be better than Skatebird. That game sucked, unfortunately. I wanted to like it.
I wanted
It was
that game to be
horrible.
so much better than it was.
This looks legit, dude. Look at that. It's called Ollie Frog Toad Skater.
It's in a later showcase, but Hellskate looks so dope, and it
Absolutely.
it is like it's Tony Hawk Pro Skater, but it's from the Tony Hawk Pro Skater main gameplay dev.
Yep.
Which is cool. So
Yeah, I wrote that down too. So I do have that trailer queued up for us in a little bit. So yeah, that looked cool. Let's swap past all these. And what's the one I put? Where the fuck is it? Oh, there we go. Crypt Custodian. This shit is tight. Don't really have to say much else.
are you cleaning up people's doo doo in a crypt?
Maybe. I don't know.
But imagine you're cleaning up bodies.
This is what I wrote. Love that art style. Action platform in Castlevania that evokes Death's Door a bit. To me. That's what I wrote.
Sweep up the afterlife.
And it's cat, so I'm down.
Yeah, see, but that's why I say Castlevania. Look at that map. That's cool.
You
Yeah.
got me at death's door, man.
Yeah. Yeah,
That game was good too.
it just has a Death's Door vibe to me. But it just looks like a lot of fun, man. Look at that. Cool. Cool as fuck. So yeah, that's all I have for this particular one. There was a lot more than I thought I'd have and that's the most stuff that I wrote down was for Guerrilla Collective. But I just felt like that was just a really good, actually a great showcase. Because I expected to go in the same way I did some of the other ones I watched, where I barely wrote anything down. I'm like, oh, these are okay, but like we don't really got to talk about them. I'm like, this will just be like one of those $10, $5 Steam games. There's a lot of those and a lot of these other showcases. But getting to what you were just talking about, Day of the Devs showed off a game called Hellskate. It looks fucking cool as hell. So let me resize this window.
It's by I think one of the main gameplay director for like the original Tony Hawk or Skater games.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you can see it's like again, Miguel 10%. It's the same. It's like the exact. It's the exact gameplay, but you're also killing demons apparently.
Yeah,
so that's cool.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it does look cool as hell. Sorry, go ahead, Steven.
Nah, this just looks like me sitting around with my brother trying to get the highest combo in a certain place in Tony Hawk. So like,
I think it may have a roguelike vibe going with it as well there. So I think you might be getting like different weapons on runs and stuff like that. I don't know if that's accurate though. But
this game was made for me then, apparently.
Yeah, overall looks like a badass game, dude. Like we got.
I like the idea of skateboarding mechanics like in a different like in a game where skateboarding isn't or like tricks aren't your only goal. You know, like you're also killing things and stuff. But that's just your traversal means. I think that's pretty rad. Kind of reminds me of like Sunset Overdrive in some ways.
Right, exactly. Which was, I mean, that was a shooter, not so much. I don't know how much shooting that's going to happen here, but like at the same time, it's the same. It's it's that cool. Grinding around and doing crazy shit.
What? That's so cool. You're just like grinding the boss. That's awesome. I love that.
Super sick, dude. The other really cool thing, I mean, because all the stuff at Day of the Devs is cool, but these are just the things that I picked as standouts. We also finally got to see more on that Cocoon game. You guys remember seeing that a while ago?
That's the other one that I have written down here.
Man.
This looks fucking mind-bending. So, like, what he's saying here is, you're exploring worlds, but you can leave the world and go to another world. So then that's when this happens. Boom, he comes out into another world. And then, it just keeps going. You can step on that altar and go further out as well. Or you can
that
actually...
entire world is within that ball that he has right there. So you can bring that ball with you and then go back into that world to like solve puzzles with it. It's super crazy.
Yeah, you can use that ball to like, you put it on pedestals and it'll like unlock things. You can like send it through tubes and shit. You know what I mean? This looks crazy.
I'm bookmarking this to play with under the influence.
It is made by the Inside / what's the other one? Limbo Dev. So it'll be good, dude, if you've played those games before. But no,
it'll be some heady puzzles for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Like, this part right here, he's like, okay, you can go to another world, wait for the laser to pass, go back in, and then you're good to go. You can cross the bridge without taking the damage from the laser that passed by.
So time carries over through both of those.
Yep.
Yeah. So
I'm sure it's like mind bending. I'm sure the devs just spent a lot of time just trying to think of puzzles to solve and stuff. But he was like, you're not only just solving puzzles. There's also bosses. And they go on to showcase this boss where like essentially you got to like pick up an orb, which like sends you into the air. And then when he lands, you can like drop it on him, do damage or whatever. Really, really interesting game. Something that everyone should have their eyes on, I think. Yeah, but that's all I got for Day of the Devs. See, it's again, I don't have a lot for all these. Okay, just a few. It was just that one.
Highlight Breaker was at this one, right?
That's also true.
Yes, it was.
We got to see more of that, continues to look great. So
yeah,
I'm really excited for that game.
It's looking really cool for sure. Which I can always bring up trailers on the side if there's things you guys want me to look at. I just felt with that one, like we all know that's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Just give it to us, we'll play it. What's next? Oh yeah, OTK came out with this trailer, which kind of blew my mind a little. You guys totally missed it. But if you remember, there was this old school indie game that was huge called Alien Hominid. It's back with Alien Hominid Invasion, multiplayer Alien Hominid. It looks chaotic and cool as hell. You guys know about Behemoth Games? Castle
I know
Crashers.
about Alien Hominid. Holy
Yeah.
fuck, man.
That's cool as shit, right?
It's been a while since I've even heard that, but also
Right?
that was
Whoa.
awesome. That's really cool. It looks great.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked for this.
This is Castle Crasher devs?
Same devs, yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Behemoth.
was gonna say that was the vibe I was getting.
Fun times.
Yeah.
Very fun times.
Alien Hominid is like their first game, by the way.
It was
So
a
this is
good
them
game, too.
returning to their first gig with this shit. So complete surprise, man.
Quick-
Crazy to see this game
Quick
return.
drink check. Aishu just brought me a Tecate lined with chamoy and sriracha on the top. Pretty cool idea.
Oh, shit,
Oh, that's
dude.
sick, dude. I had a Ballast Point hazy.
I have Pepsi plain.
Nice.
I drank my beers.
Drank them already. There's also this game Odinfall that looked kind of cool. Kind of looked like that one game. Fuck, I can't remember the name. But it just looks like a chaotic twin stick shooter. It's pretty sweet. There's like another game like this, like Nuclear
Remind me of
Throne.
Enter the Gungeon.
Yeah, kind of like Enter the Gungeon or Nuclear Throne.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, I love these type of games.
right. Yeah.
I'm so bad at bullet hells. I'm not good at them.
They're so much fun though.
Man.
I thought this one looked cool as shit. I also wrote down the other one right underneath it called Ready Steady Ship. Which
Is it like overcooked but for shipping?
exactly. You nailed it.
Nice.
So and it could be fun. I don't know. We'll see what reviews say if people are even talking about this game or not. But I was just like, hey, Overcooked's so fun. We can get another kind of experience like that to yell at our friends, for not pulling their weight. There's okay, that was it for OTK. Just those three is what I had. There's a couple more I have for future game show. Then we'll look at the Devolver trailer because that one's great. There's this game. I'll just tell you about these. There's this game called Resistor, which looks like an interesting like Twisted Metal / desert wasteland racing game. Totally interesting. There was also Headbangers Rhythm Royale, which I don't really know what the fuck that is. It just sounds like a battle royale rhythm game, which I'm all about. That's cool as fuck. The trailer just showed like pigeons dancing and banging their heads. That's like, I don't know. So I think you may be a pigeon in that game, essentially, instead of a bean. I don't know.
Hey, you got me.
Yeah. But then we actually have something like special here. Besides Lords of the Fallen, which I'm really stoked for, but I don't see anyone really talking about it right now for some reason. There's this. What's that?
Lords of the Fallen? People aren't talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah, no one
Dude, I'm
seems to
fucking-
care. I don't understand why, but I'm like really hyping that game up. I think it's gonna be amazing, and it's coming out this year. So.
Yeah.
Okay, then there's this game called Ruffy and the Riverside. Really interesting, almost like Paper Mario kind of look.
Thousand Year Door
Whoa.
kind of thing. Like,
But it is a full-on 3D platformer. It says you can take anything from the environment and swap it, right? So like, oh, you can swap like a barrel with the wood. Okay, now we can swap a waterfall and a vine, and then it just becomes now climbable, right?
Whoa, that's crazy.
And the art style is
Yeah.
insane, right? I mean, it looks really nice and smooth. But yeah, you're just going around and swapping shit. Look at that. Pretty cool. The trailer itself is
Trippy.
fun. It's got a guy like, like essentially reciting rhyming poems the whole time.
I wonder how
Look at
far
this.
that goes if there's only specific objects that can swap, right? Like,
Yeah.
and like some other stuff you can't, right?
Well, it showed him like targeting just kind of the world or whatever, and it looks like a lot of things are targetable. So to me,
Crazy, man.
yeah,
That looks-
seems really
It,
cool.
it looks like a lot of fun, man.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, see, obviously really cool. Totally should be looked at. There was a bunch of other games I didn't give a fuck about. At Future Game.
Nah.
Definitely
Hey,
did
it's
not.
all to find that gem. It's
Right.
like digging in crates for vinyl, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I did like all day today while I was working. It's like watching all these trailers, watching through stinkers. Okay, so then Devolver gave us some games I feel like a lot we already knew about, but then we got this game called Baby Steps. So the trailer starts with like parents yelling at a 30-year-old kid staying staying at home still or whatever, doing nothing. And then now he's got to figure out how to walk, but he can't walk very well. And the way that actually works in the game world is that like your feet are separate buttons or sticks or something, as well as your hands. So like to make this guy walk, you have to like awkwardly move the sticks around or some shit. And it just leads to ridiculous situations.
This is a 5-minute game if I've ever
Yeah.
Oh my god,
100%.
you're absolutely right.
It seems super fucking frustrating.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit.
So-
It's like co-op or getting over it, right?
Yeah, dude.
yeah.
Literally, it is by one of the devs is the getting over it guy. So 100%. This is gonna be like very
So,
difficult.
like, are joints attached to different buttons or something?
Yeah, something like that.
uh-huh.
Yeah, you gotta just time it right, or
It's
I
probably
don't
like
really know.
your hip and your knee are probably two different things, which is probably really.
Yeah, they kind of like.
This-
Shout out to this part where
trailer
this
was-
dude's just like, you knocked over my fucking rocks.
Yeah, dude.
yeah,
The humor in this is really good.
Yeah.
The voice acting was spot on.
yeah, so funny. Let's just
Just kick. You
Get
thought
a
I'll
little-
give it a good kick
No,
to counteract the fall.
Yeah, I was just trying to steady it. I might be over.
Yeah, you might have. You might have oversteadied
Yeah,
it.
no, it's just a little oversteadied.
Well, it's not steady now.
No, well,
See you later.
There's a little bit from that trailer. Yeah, really fucking funny. That's gonna be a really good game. Baby Steps.
What if it's like secret? What if it's like secretly really emotional at the end though, and he like has a lot of personal growth, and you get over it.
Totally could
he,
be.
he finally gets over his failure to launch, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah, man. PC Gamer gave us some games. I'll just talk about them. Dwarf real-time strategy conflict looks like old school Command and Conquer. Looks fucking sick, dude. Stampede Racing Royale. It's a kart racing battle royale. Give it to me. Looks like fun. Invector Rhythm Galaxy is a rhythm game where you're flying in space, but you gotta like press buttons at the right timing, and it's like a visual feast. A lot of craziness. Fortune's Run, old school Doom style game, kind of like that Warhammer 40k bolt gun game that just came out. Another one of those.
They're coining them boomer shooters, right?
Oh, is it?
So-
Okay,
yes,
yeah, cool.
yeah.
Thanks for that. Didn't know that's kind of funny.
It's apparently a thing.
So yeah, Boomer Shooter, Fortune's Run. Check that out. Looks really cool. And then another one that's similar but not exactly. It's called Mullet Mad Jack. Another really dope FPS game. Okay, cool. We're out of the weeds with all those little indie titles. Besides that,
Cool stuff though.
yeah, really cool stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed the ones that I was pointing out. Now we're just gonna open the floor to the Xbox showcase. Yeah, essentially. So, what do you guys want to talk about? I'll just kind of throw it up.
I'll start with the weird one. Maybe not weird, but just to keep it kind of in the indie space that I'm really excited for. The title is Jusant by Don't Nod.
Yes.
It was a climbing game. It reminded me of Eco. Meets like there's a game called Rhyme that came out a few years back.
Yeah.
Like kind of environmental puzzles meets some feels maybe some some emotions. But I was excited. Don't Nod, after being pulled off of Life is Strange, has been doing some interesting I don't know, some new experimental stuff, it seems like, and I'm excited to see how they branch out.
They've been trying to find their identity a little bit more, I think. So I love seeing devs try new things.
Absolutely.
Yeah, totally.
Frantically trying to find the gameplay over here. Don't
I
mind
think
me.
you just missed it. Yeah, but maybe
It's like
not.
toward the end, isn't it?
I don't know.
Oh, that's Starfield.
No, because then Starfield is like half of this video probably, right? So
Yeah.
Let me
I
send
think
you
it's
link.
a decent
I'll
ways
find it.
before.
I thought it was like toward the end. That's why. Oh, there it is. Sorry, guys. Well, you started with one of the ones like not at the beginning, so yeah, I didn't pull up an article for this. Yeah, no worries. Sorry about that. There it is. Yeah, so just saw. Wait, no, this isn't it. What the fuck? Here it is. God damn.
I did put
Thank you.
everything announced from IGN. It has the little trailers in there.
Yeah.
If you want something more.
Yeah, I don't want to pull that up. I'm just gonna futz my way through this like an idiot.
Sounds good.
That's what I'm committed. I'm committed.
That's how he rolls.
Yeah,
But
man.
apparently there's this whole like living tower that like is just like endless feeling, and there's like all these different biomes within it and stuff, and looks like that you have to like maybe grow some stuff. You got this weird little water butt dude on your back, and yeah, I don't know. Like you can see him grow plants here to be able to grab onto right now and stuff. So that's kind of cool.
He does look like a butt.
He does look like a butt.
That was funny.
Little water butt guy.
But it looks really gorgeous, like just atmospherically and stuff. Like, and the music's gonna be good, and I don't know. I'm into it.
Yeah, give it to me. I'll play the shit out of this. Okay, Steven, what do you got?
I would say my standout would be. I think there's gonna be bigger ones. We'll talk about those probably collectively, right? I think my thing was the Compulsion Games one, the South of Midnight. We saw at least a tone piece of it, and I think it was in-engine footage. Yeah. So
Yeah, it was.
So like you pat on a bot. Yeah, there we go. I just really love the tone of this. I really love the lowered frame rate kind of thing, where it's like claymation and like Spider-Verse kind of style, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kubo and the two strings kind of thing.
Yes, that's perfect. Good comparison.
Yep.
And it looks like it's leaning into like a little bit of dark humor, which is definitely my jam. So
Totally.
I'm here for it, man.
Yeah, it could be really cool.
I like
man.
that she's like talking to the raccoon and stuff. Like, I don't know, it's cool. It's got tons of character, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it might be kind of spooky. Kind of spooky. Another cool one that we didn't expect was that crazy In Exile game.
Clockwork Revolution.
Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna find that now. Man,
It's,
what a
Like
surprise!
Dishonored, BioShock Infinity. It's got such a good look to it, and
And these are
I think
the Wasteland devs, right? And so like,
yep.
like a fully 3D, like, what is it? First person game. So
I think it's still fully going to be an RPG, which is cool.
Yes.
Apparently, apparently some of the decisions you make affect the way that the future turns out, which is cool. Like there's a time mechanic going on. I don't know how much of that is going to be like choice and consequence versus like probably story beats, but it looks cool.
Yeah, I mean, give me any steampunk game first of all. I like steampunk shit. But then like any time travel game, I'm down too. So this is just both, you know. Not sure if you can like roll back time or stop time or whatever.
Well, they have a gun that like brings forward time and reverses it to like deconstruct stuff, right? So
oh, that's cool. I missed that.
Yeah, you see them like shoot like a bridge and it like knocks down a bunch of bricks and you can't get by it, and then they like rewind it so that you can like go back through. I don't know. Yeah, there's some cool stuff.
That sounds dope. What about Fable, guys?
Cool name too.
Oh yeah,
Fable.
absolutely. You know, this is
talk about a
all,
way to open a show, bro.
dude, right? This is all in game, in engine. By the way, that's confirmed.
Also, I don't know the name of this actor, but I love him.
Oh, he's the dude from like, you know, all the British
The It crowd.
alt humor.
Richard
stuff, yeah.
Ayoade.
There you go. Yeah, he's really funny, dude. I think he was on. Wasn't he also on like Garth Marenghi's Dark Place, and a couple other shows too?
Sounds right.
Either way, man, like these graphics are looking amazing. I thought it was like a CGI trailer. The fact that the game is gonna look like this is crazy to me.
Yeah, I think they hide some gameplay kind of in some of these moments. Like I think you see her kind of like
when
run
she's
through a field, and, like pick her sword up, and even like this could potentially be some gameplay. Like it's crazy.
no, that's what they're saying is that all the footage is like Series X
Like
gameplay footage, dude. Like this is what the game is gonna look like. Straight up,
They're leaning into the Fables thing, right?
insane.
I love that. Jack and the Giant Beanstalk.
Yeah.
Really, really funny. Two, kicking the chicken is back, right? So, I fucking love Fable. I'm absolutely here for this.
The chicken
All of
kicker.
Playground is such an oddly good fit for this. Like their graphics engine is stunning. Like all of their games are gorgeous, even though they're racing games. And they are British, and they do have a funny sense of humor. Even in Forza Horizon, there's actually some funny stuff. So I think they're going to be great for it. I'm excited.
Yeah, Papa Fernando.
Plus the RPG mechanics they put in Forza. I'm telling you, like,
Yeah, dude.
you're gonna be
true.
addicted to this game.
Yeah, you don't think about it that way, but those games are so satisfying. Like every time you play Forza, like I've only jumped in at Forza Horizon 5, but like I get so into the like collection aspect of it, and then like kind of leveling your cars up, and then leveling your like you've got like the areas you kind of progress. It's like it's great. It's awesome. So.
Always just one more little carrot, right? So
So great. And then we didn't really catch on to what this game really was when we did our reacts and stuff. 33 Immortals is a game, kind of looks like Hades, is a roguelike, but it's a game that features 33 player co-op all at the same time. So it could be really freaking interesting. I do like the art style. But we were just like, it's an indie game, whatever. We didn't realize, it's an indie game that you're going to play like with 33 people every level, which is fucking insane.
From Spiritfarer devs.
True.
So, like, it's, and I think Jotun was maybe their first game. So
Spiritfarer was awesome. I absolutely love that game. So yeah, and apparently I never played Jotun, but apparently they like were good at combat too. So that's cool because Spiritfarer was pretty low key.
Yeah,
33 players though. How do you?
That's crazy. Look at this. Like just the number of players is insane.
Too hectic, maybe? I don't know. Like a raid, I suppose, right? Like they say. So
I'll just imagine playing with 33 people. That'd be fucking crazy.
So I guess each immortal has like very different powers and capabilities.
Mm-hmm.
So you can kind of like each person can kind of build their pursue part of like what they need to be in their team dynamic. So it looks cool, man. I'm into it.
Yeah, I want to play it, man.
Big Daddy Phil was playing it on the extended showcase.
Yeah.
The idea comes from Dante's Inferno because there's like 33 immortals, 33 chapters in the books, and things like that. So
cool.
Yeah, man. Could be great. We got that Return to Monkey Island thing with Sea of Thieves, which is really interesting. Cool to see them
soon
continuing to support that game, as well as the ESO Fallout 76. They're getting a bunch of stuff.
Someone on IGN, there was an interview on IGN I was watching that was saying that it's not really like the normal Sea of Thieves style thing. Like apparently it's like your party comes in. There's not like the other multiplayer aspects, so you don't get interrupted.
Nice.
And I guess you're playing through like the story of Monkey Island kind of through. I don't know. It looked like it was a lot more in depth than I thought it was, which is cool.
That's interesting. Cool. I like the sound of that, man. People be griefing.
I wanted to talk about Phantom Liberty real fast.
Sure.
I'm actually like, this has been shown at a couple things now. There was more at the Xbox extended showcase today. Not today, yesterday. First of all, shout out to Keanu just being a lovable dude.
Yeah, totally.
Such a weirdo, but totally endearing.
I love him.
And I'm just really excited to jump back in. I enjoyed my time with Cyberpunk when it came out. I had a pretty good experience on Series X. I didn't have any game. I had more like Bethesda style bugs than game breaking bugs. I really enjoyed the game. I thought the story was cool. I liked my ending, but I didn't love it. But apparently if you play through the expansion, it adds a new ending to the game. So I'm kind of excited about that. And
cool.
They hinted at cyberpsychosis, which sounds interesting because if you watch the anime that came out recently, Edge Runners, there was a lot more about cyberpsychosis, and I kind of like that element of the whole thing. Yeah. So I'm excited. I think I'm going to re-roll a character and get into it. So
apparently it's like the other one where you can just make a new character, I think, for it.
Well, that's cool.
To my knowledge.
I think you could also you know, if you play through Cyberpunk at the end of the game, it gives you the option to go back to right before the final mission.
Oh, okay.
And so I think you could just play this right out there. I do like the V that I created for my first playthrough, so I was tempted to do that, but they did a lot more new stuff in Cyberpunk alongside this, like updates and stuff. So
That's
I
what I
wanted
was
to
gonna
check it out.
say, man. It's like I'm excited to touch the game again and play it with fresh new coat of paint and all the systems they're adding to that. So
Transmog, so you don't have to look like a fool while you're doing the whole thing.
yeah, and then
Always
with this,
did.
you know, this is only on the next gen stuff as well. So
Cool.
Good.
Idris Elba's in it. Let's
Yep.
go.
There's Idris. So I'm stoked too, man. I'm thinking like it's time to reinstall Cyberpunk 2077, man. Start a new character when this DLC comes out. But it should be a lot of fun, man. And it's looking great, like graphically, you know, as did the first one. But hopefully this looks even better. Cool. What other things from the Xbox showcase? How about Overwatch 2? Just kidding. Go ahead.
I was like, boo. Although, yeah. Anyways,
Don't.
nothing. This is silly, but I bought some Activision stock when Xbox got Activision, and for some reason it went way up after they showed the Overwatch 2 stuff, which I didn't expect.
Whoa.
So that was funny.
Interesting.
I don't know. But no. I actually want to talk about City Skylines too.
Nice.
I love the first
Oh,
one.
that's the wrong
hey,
button.
that's a Pokemon.
This
Where
looks
did
really
that come
cool.
From? That's from such an old episode at this point.
Yeah, you
Oh,
know,
man.
I don't unload the images. I just accidentally clicked on it.
That's hilarious.
This game looks really cool, by the way. Flight Sim 2024. They're adding all a bunch of new things you could do.
I do a sequel or
Yep.
follow up, I guess.
And the Dune Ornithopter. What one were you talking about?
I was talking about City Skyline, but did you see the
Yeah.
Did you see the Paris Lily thing on the extended showcase?
I
It was pretty
did,
funny.
yeah. It was hilarious. I'm gonna try to find City Skyline, so just bear with me here. But keep talking about it.
Well, City Skylines is just really fun. Like it's another one of those super managey, you know, Sim City kind of likes, but so it can be stressful. But I think I just like the interface of it, and I think the cities that like the systems are really cool, and this next one looks to be pretty crazy. And I don't know, something about the trailer too. Like it just kind of made you feel like epic. Like yeah, I'm building a city. I'm just excited. I'll lose a few days in that for sure.
Here it is.
This is one
Yeah,
of
it
those
looks
games where
incredible.
it continues to remind me how poor I am at long-term planning. Yeah.
Oh, almost every city I've ever made in City Skylines, there's just a whole district that is just all their sewage is overflowing and they're getting sick and they're
The
moving
trash
out of
and
town.
like, yeah.
That's not
That was
good.
like your.
I'm sorry.
I was like, I'm gonna find out how to actually play this game, and then the other ones, yeah.
Yeah, and then you never go back to it again.
Nope.
But this game looks like graphically stunning, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, because that was when the first City Skyline came out. Remember, that was the thing. People were like, "Oh, here's just a video of the city going about its business," and it always looks like so amazing. This game looks even better than that. So yeah, hopefully they add some new features or something. I don't know. I want to play it. I'm hella down.
Yeah.
What else, guys? What else we got in here?
Well, should we talk about the big one at the end there?
Oh, you want to get
Well-
into Starfield?
Before we get into that, I wanna touch on Avowed.
Oh,
was
yeah,
your
good call.
take on Avowed?
Good call, sir.
What'd you think, Jacob?
Oh, I loved it. I thought it was cool. A lot of people online were like, the graphics don't look very good. Sorry, the video needs to be reloaded or something. But I thought it looked cool. I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's gonna like be the best looking Series X game, but I think overall the game will be good. There'll be a good story. You know.
Yeah, and they've also got,
memorable
it's
characters.
crazy what Obsidian's doing. They've got so many like projects being juggled right now, it seems.
Yeah.
We've got Outer Worlds 2, right? We've got, which apparently is supposed to be what they wanted to do with 1, but with like, here's a blank check, go make the game you wanted to make with Outer Worlds 1. I'm more excited for that one than I am for something like Avowed, but I like how they went away from like the because a lot of people were comparing it to Skyrim. Now it seems like it's going to be a little bit lighter toned than that, and like, or at least more colorful, right?
Yeah.
And so we started off with a interesting part, which made you think like kind of piratey a little bit.
Or Assassin's Creed. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, or
Sam was
Assassin-
like, "Pirate game, let's go."
Yeah, and then you see like a fish looking dude, I think, you know.
Yeah,
So-
that guy, apparently he's one of the possible companions. Continue.
Oh, okay. That looks awesome. And then you get like the weird fungi bear. Like the
Yeah.
enemies look really cool. The combat looks really fun. Not like too crazy, but like also kind of what I would expect from a game like this. So yeah, the enemy design
I'm
is
okay.
what's selling me too. So
Totally. Yeah, I'm okay with like, I was listening to one of the devs and they were saying it's more about the length of like a 25 to 30 hour kind of thing as opposed to, like the super endless giant RPGs. And I'm kind of okay with like the Outer Worlds was cool for that, where it was like it didn't overstay its welcome, and I don't know, I'm okay with Obsidian like being a little experimental and whatever. And also the Pillars games are cool, and so this is in the Pillars universe, but it sounds like
Pillars
you
of
don't need to
Eternity,
know anything about it really. It'll
Oh, I
immerse
didn't
you.
know that. I didn't know it was
Yeah.
in the pillars.
Pillars of Eternity. People don't know what pillars mean.
So I don't know. But like you're in like a new part of the world, or not a new part of the world, but like they wrote it just for this game.
Yeah.
So you're like
And they
sent by
moved
the
the
Emperor.
camera down.
Yeah.
This will be in 60 frames, I could tell.
Yeah, I bet you it's gonna run well, and it's just gonna be fun. And also, like, we're not gonna get Elder Scrolls 6 until I'm gonna have a second kid by that point. That's what I keep joking.
So true.
I'm gonna
So-
be like 40 or
Probably not
something.
wrong.
So I
Yeah.
hope this scratches a little bit of that itch, So
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down, man. Give me an RPG. I'll play it, bitch. That's where I'm at. That's exactly
Shaka
where
bra.
I'm at. What else is in here? I mean,
We had the weird Series S thing, the new Series.
Oh, yeah.
new Series S, which was kind of felt like a really weird announcement to end with from Phil, right?
There was this weird Capcom game that we were like, is that Onimusha? What is this?
Oh god,
Which
something
they
of the goddess or whatever. Like
Yeah,
I
Path
think
of the
Path of the
Goddess. Yeah.
yeah,
So they said it's like a combination strategy / action game. So I don't really know what that means.
well,
but
we didn't
it
even
looks
get
cool.
any idea of how the game would really play.
No.
Really, so
Like, at the Capcom showcase, they showed the exact same trailer.
oh,
And then
good.
barely told us anything else about it. So
I like the style of it though.
yeah,
Yeah.
it looks. Sorry, go ahead.
It's just like I
Rad.
thought it was gonna be like Monster Hunter Yokai, right? Like
Yeah.
but. So I was kind of excited. Then I heard that like there's like a strategy sort of thing, and I'm like, I'm a little less excited now.
Right.
Yeah, it might be kind of tacticsy. It looks like. It looks like
Yeah.
maybe you have units or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Which I suppose is fine, but like Monster Hunter 2, Monster Hunter World 2.
Graphically, it looks great. Hopefully, it's a good game.
Yeah.
We also got Forza Motorsport, the new one. It's looking
Get a
excellent.
lock
Yeah.
on the gate, right?
Yeah, it's in October or something. I forget. It's October
Continues
something.
to look beautiful, like
Yep. You into racing games? You about to eat, bruh. Cool. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we like start losing our minds about Starfield?
I wanted to say like one more game, like it wasn't it. I don't know if we're gonna touch on this after Xbox.
Oh, the
We're gonna
extended.
touch on the Ubisoft
Oh,
one.
the Ubisoft one. What?
The only thing I wanted to pull from there was the Star Wars Outlaws.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. Good
That
call.
shit looked incredible, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring that up right now.
That it has me more
Yeah,
excited
wow.
than Starfield. I'll say it right now. Like,
Yeah, weird to hear that from you, but like, yeah,
I love.
Cool.
Look, I'm probably gonna love Starfield. Like, I'm probably gonna lose many hours to it, but it surprised me, man. I think it's got that surprise value. I did not expect to see like you just seamlessly fly from the planet into dogfighting and stuff, and like,
Yeah. I'm stoked. I think it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be like probably one of the best Star Wars games, if not the best Star Wars game we have. Period. You know what I mean? I think that I'm more stoked for Starfield because it's the game that I've been waiting for my whole life. Like, I know it's not Star Wars, but it's like
Right.
the game I've always wanted. Like, literally, just let me be exploring the the universe or the galaxy or whatever, and just go to planets and live that fantasy. But when it comes to like, dude, you want like the best Star Wars game ever, this is it. Unless you're like really obsessed with Jedi, which most people are. But like you're just playing as like female Han Solo style character.
Like the
Looks cool as
transitions
fuck.
from the different parts in this, like if this is gameplay, fuck yeah,
Right.
Like
Back in the day, there was a lot more games where you were like, all right, I'm shooting, and then there's also ships, and then there's also space, and then there's also story stuff. And I felt like games like really honed in more on like, we're just this type of gameplay type of stuff. So it was exciting in this to be like, no, there's a story. You're like having like narrative-ish moments. You're having shootout moments. You're having vehicle combat.
I'm getting some Uncharted vibes right here, like from,
totally
like, different things.
Also true.
And then like
this
is my dream Star Wars game personally.
Also, like like this
Totally.
is kind of a meme because of what it was, but Shadows of the Empire is what I'm kind of thinking of, where you're like you're in a ship, but then you're shooting and you're exploring. Like I'm so excited.
Yeah, no, everyone should be excited for this game. Period. It looks so good. It's gonna be a blast.
Agreed. I agree 100%.
Yeah. There's Miguel. There's even like a thing where you can like literally like do the Han Solo shot first shit. You know what I mean? Like where she just quick draws the gun and shoots a bunch of guys before they can react. It's fucking cool as hell. Like it's just they're nailing it. Assuming this is actual gameplay and not some kind of render, which Ubisoft has done in the past.
It might look worse, is my guess, right? On some machines, right? But then like it looked like they're playing a game.
The lighting, man.
Yeah.
Lighting.
And massive, like the Division 2 looked really good. I trust they'll.
Yeah.
And they're probably shelling more money into this.
Oh, and it's not just massive. They have like pretty much all of Ubisoft working on this game, right? So
Yeah.
This will be one of the biggest games when it comes out for sure. It could be like game of the year next year.
And
isn't it next
these
year?
are like lit. So I think it's next year.
I think it's
Yeah.
2024.
They
Yeah.
said 2024.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's lit really well. Again, just great to see Ubisoft with like the female protagonists. No questions asked. It's a Latina who's playing the character. Always great to see that as well. And just Star Wars is great. There's a lot of oversaturation with Star Wars things at the moment, I think personally. But
that kind of does put a little taint on it for me. But also like they wowed me with this. So like.
And video games has for me have always been the ones that have carried Star Wars through the bad times. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
you're right.
there was so much time when there was not good Star Wars, but we had Kyle Katarn in video games. We had
man.
That kind of stuff. So I think I have faith. And I also think that we're turning a corner in Ubisoft. I think we're like the stuff that's kind of coming out right now in Ubisoft, or like the kind of weird dirge of stuff that's been happening with Ubisoft, I think is like the end of the era of that last group of really toxic dev or higher ups, like the I forget what his name was, but he was a piece of shit, and he was like involved with pretty much every Ubisoft project. He was like kind of the final improvement dude, and he was like the guy who's like, there's got to be a guy character in Assassin's Creed Odyssey because like that kind of bullshit. So I think we're just kind of rounding the corner of like those last projects, and it seems like Ubisoft is gonna start getting better. I think
that Eves guy or whatever is still there.
I don't know if he can get rid of the Eves guy, right? But,
he's kind of just. I mean, the thing is, like,
He's
at one point
also
we
an
all were
asshole.
rooting for Eves because we're like, fuck Vivendi, but then now it seems like he's kind of negligent.
Fuck them all, but this game will be good. It's made by the devs, not by them. So there you go.
Is there like some wanted meter there too?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, there's also like a GTA kind of element too, which is really cool, fascinating game concept.
And your little guy Nyx is so cool.
Oh yeah.
Dude, fucking look at the lighting. Oh my
Look at
Look
god.
at the
Okay.
ship. It's so rad.
It's cool. And it's gonna be a great game. Nyx, give me the plush. It's cute little animal. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. Also, again, we did talk about it briefly, but that Prince of Persia game is looking really sick. So look up that trailer. It's called Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Yeah. So 2D action Metrovania made by
played Rayman Legends. You played
the devs.
It's just amazing.
Effing cool. Also at the extended showcase, I'll just mention quickly, there was a couple game reveals in there that look pretty cool. So I'll just say go out there and watch it. Throw it on while you're cleaning or something. Check it out. We even got a little more on that Exoprimal game, which I thought was kind of cool. I forget what game
they're really trying to push that game. They're really like throwing it out there.
Yeah. Oh, they're bringing Phasmophobia to consoles, which is cool. Like that game. Fun times.
I heard about that. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, they're a little bit behind the scenes with Hellblade, mocap, which was kind of interesting. Liza P, we're all excited about. Yeah. So just a few things there.
I know.
Take a look.
Yeah, I know the hype for Hellblade because of what they showed wasn't really that high, but I'm really excited for that game. Obviously, it's going to be intense and awesome. So, and a technical showcase, So
yeah.
Well, and like I said earlier, one more thing. Sorry, was Like a Dragon: Infinite Wealth was the other one that I was touching on earlier, right?
Yeah, that's the
so
trailer.
That trailer was so good.
The Xbox showcase where he's like butt naked on the beach
Yeah,
in like
reminds
LA
me
or something.
Austin Powers vibes, right? Where it's just everything is kind of conveniently covering up his groin, right? So, yeah.
That's awesome.
That was one of the coolest. You almost never see a video game trailer which is just a joke, essentially, right? Like just humor, and yet everyone fully loved it, So.
Yeah, I mean, all it really did. I mean, it's not like it didn't convey anything though, because it's like, hey, he's in America, even if it's just for a certain section. So that was interesting. But you can expect more of the same. It will be a turn-based RPG. The studio confirms so when they started working on that project in the first place. Okay, on to Starfield. Let's talk about it. So what do you guys think, man? Graphically, looking amazing. Yeah.
It's what I wanted from No Man's Sky.
Exactly.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like a curated experience, but still the exploration elements, the building elements. I mean, it's going to be endless. I mean, they showed so much. This was like, what, a 45-minute presentation? And yet, yeah, almost an hour. Crazy.
The combat looked fucking dope. So
yeah, it does. Like Fallout 4's shooting did improve upon the Fallout shooting, from 3 and New Vegas. Still wasn't quite there. Still felt like kind of stilted, kind of stiff. This looks like legit shooting, like straight up. They did consult with like id Software and other studios under the banner for like certain ideas and stuff like that. But the combat's looking great. They said they overhauled the entire system.
I think for the most part, with Bethesda games, like the thing that it is like so much of this is just kind of a means to an end, right? Like a lot of it's kind of just the immersive experience. God, my imagination goes way more wild in Bethesda games than it does with most other games. Like it's kind of just the story you're telling yourself and the character you're playing, and the shooting and stuff has always been kind of taking a backseat to that. Like obviously it is the moment to moment gameplay that you're doing. But like I don't know, it's always the
people you meet, the exploration,
there's like loneliness, but yeah, it's all good. And like even with Fallout, like I can kind of tell myself like, oh, I'm using a junk gun, so it shoots like shit. Like I don't know, there's kind of that immersive thing to it. I don't know, so I'm so excited for this. And this was one of the coolest presentations. I've never been so intrigued by like such a long deep dive into a game before, you know what I mean?
I know. It just kept going on, and I was like, oh my god. Like, usually with those type of things, you're like, all right, it's been going on for a minute, dude. This is kind of too long. This was like, what the fuck are they going to show next, man? There's still like 30 minutes. What could they show? And the more they showed, the more I was enthralled and excited.
Look at the fucking warp animation there. That was really cool.
Yeah,
and I think go for it.
Oh, I mean, just like, there's the whole 60 FPS, 30 FPS discourse, whatever. Dude, the game looks incredible. A lot
of devs are coming out to support and be like, look, dude, was it the God of War,
Yeah.
what the hell is it? Corey Barlog was like,
Yeah.
no, this makes sense. Like, this is
Right.
crazy. This game's doing things that no other game's done. So,
Yeah,
And like,
Yeah.
again for me,
Man.
like I was saying with Bethesda games, like I'm not coming to this game for a super fast-paced frenetic thing. Like I just want to get lost in a world, and if the fidelity is there, it's locked at like it's going to be 4K
Yeah.
on Series X and stuff, and like I'm just going to be sitting there being like, what the fuck, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't need this to play like Doom exactly, although I think it's going to be closer to that, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
depending on your build.
also,
you know?
you can beat people up, man. The fisticuffs part. I know I'm rolling a melee character my first time, just because.
That's
So,
sick. Yeah, that one guy who was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna punch everything till it dies.
Yeah.
You're just gonna be
Yeah.
a space puncher." But you can straight up do like a melee weapon build too. Sorry, go ahead.
No. I support Bethesda. I support a dev in period being like, this is our vision. This is what we're gonna do. All of their games have been 30 frames per second. I've never cared before. I don't know. I think people are making way too big a deal out of that and
Of
looking
course.
at it like it's like
Also-
some shortcoming. You know.
you expect a 500? What is it? 400 or 500 for Series X?
It's 500. Yeah, it's 500.
I think so. Yeah. You expect a $500 machine that came out 2 years ago now?
Yeah.
To be running this kind of game at 4K 60 when
Right.
some PC rigs can't even do that are high end. Like, I just think we really have to set our expectations in check here for something like that. So,
Right.
Agreed.
if it was more contained, like a Doom or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
or it was that type of game, I would be, I'd be a little bit like, okay, what are we doing here? But like this one, I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm gonna enjoy the writing. I'm gonna enjoy getting fucking lost, man.
Yeah.
It's a difference between like the thing with Redfall where that game was for sure half baked, for sure like mismanaged, for sure like shouldn't have come out the way it comes out.
Right.
Like it is more of a shooter, so like that really affects your gameplay. This we like looking at all this, that this game is not lacking for like passion and polish. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah, man. Ugh.
Yep.
anyways,
What about
give it to me.
Neon Dreams here for some of these? And I loved when they went through like the different city areas, right?
Yeah.
Different civilization areas, and like
That's what we're
'cause
looking at
that's-
right now.
what some people are worried about is like, all right, 1,000 planets or whatever. How much of that is curated? How much of that is handcrafted? And what's I would be curious to see
Yeah.
what percentage that way, right? Because I know they said they had some proc gen there too. So
Yeah. The way it's
Yeah.
kind of been worded is that there will be like certain planets that you go to that are uninhabited versus the colonized ones, and I'm sure that it'll be easy to kind of differentiate between those. And when it comes to those, it'll be like more randomized encounters. They're saying like we like me and you, Steven, we could go to the same planet on our save files and have completely different experiences, which I find to be interesting for the unclaimed stuff. But when it comes to like the worlds that are colonized, claim systems and stuff, I'm sure those will be more curated. But I think the beauty of this game is going to be that mixture of making everything feel like it's an intentional adventure while also giving you like the freedom to just go and do whatever the fuck you want, which
like
is
the Red
incredible.
Dead pull in one of those, like it I don't know, it just
Yeah.
vibes for a little bit there.
And then it's so cool the idea that in space there's derelict spaceships that you could just stumble upon and go inside, and maybe there's raiders in there. And also, I think the other thing that's interesting about this is they really haven't hinted at the story very much. And I'm almost certain like there's going to be alien races, like we're going to find, I think that's why they're keeping the story so close to the chest. I think we're going to find some heady shit for sure. And like, they hinted at the very end of this trailer of like maybe some heady force powers, and I think like that could be I think that could be coming from some alien tech too. Like I bet you like this game's gonna go deeper than people even think it is. But just like with Skyrim, you could probably not like if you didn't do the main story of that game, you didn't have anything besides Fus Roda for like most of that game. But if you go like all the way through, there's like all the dragon shouts and stuff, so it's like I bet you it's gonna get interesting with all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, they did hints at least to like the trailhead of the story is that like you joined Constellation on Alpha Centauri, Like that's how it basically starts out, at least with the Constellation storyline. And they're kind of trying to search for they're trying to like figure out what's going on with the weird alien artifact. So like that does all line up to what you're saying essentially. And I'm sure it absolutely leads to giving you powers, like weird psychic psionic powers or whatever the hell. I'm putting my eggs in that basket. The character creator looks really intense though. I know some people get like super lost in that, as they always do. Mr. Gage.
Hours doing that shit.
I usually try to make it look like me for Bethesda games, right, as much as possible. But well, just because it's like
Nice.
I'm role playing in that, and their games are just to a T role playing. So
Yeah. Yeah. I also find like the background system to be really interesting, which brought back this guy from like Morrowind or something, right? The hero worshiper.
Yeah.
Yep.
Was it Morrowind?
He's in. There's one in Morrowind. There's one in Oblivion.
Ah.
I don't know if there's one in Skyrim, but I wouldn't put it past them.
There was that whole meme where they pushed him off a cliff in Oblivion. Because they had him at the edge and he just ran off, is what it was. Yeah.
Oh shit.
And then in this one, they kind of hinted at you like shooting him on a cliff, which is hilarious to me.
Yeah, one of the other backgrounds there that was hinted at was like you have parents and like they invite you over for dinner and shit. And they're like, we're so proud of you. Like, I'm like, it's the people who don't really have parents they like, so then they could live their parent fantasy in this game.
Oh gosh, I didn't think of it that way. I love that. Like, there was like a ship coming by you in space at one point. It was like some grandma, and she's like, "I just cooked food. If you want to come over." But it'd be cool if you go in there and then she's like secretly like gonna kill you or something weird.
Probably wants to eat you, bro.
Like a Hansel and Gretel situation.
Yeah, but I mean that's some like Bethesda games always have like those stiff player models and like NPC models and animations. It really does look like they went above and beyond this time around. Everything looks great. All the characters look great. They said they like went and scanned like a ton of people's faces to kind of get just to refine the way that people look in this game. Everyone's been talking about Starfield like I know that people are excited now, but like a lot of people are doubting the game and like saying like, well, is it really going to be like the next Bethesda thing or is it going to be something else? And like, I feel like that's the biggest thing that we got from this is like, no, it still is like a Bethesda RPG just on a grand scale, which that's what psychs me up the most.
A really quick tidbit when we just saw there in that skill system, the way you unlock those new things, right? Like,
oh yeah.
By doing challenges, I thought it was a really cool, neat idea. Like you're going out and you have to complete a certain specific task to unlock that next level of whatever the perk or whatever is in there. So I thought that was a neat twist on it because I'm not sure if we've had that before in a Bethesda game.
Mm-hmm.
No, not particularly. I mean, it's kind of like a combo of like there used to be the like earn by doing in Fallout, right, where it's like you kill a certain amount of people and you get a better sniper rifle perk or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is gonna be such a cool element to the things of like those those planets that might not be curated or whatever, because maybe it's like you got to go kill a certain amount of fauna or whatever, so you go to a planet that's rich in like or whatever, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, this challenge reads, successfully intimidate 25 different people to get to the next rank, probably.
Cool.
Okay, that's cool. I just like those kind of things where it's like...
I love that.
It helps you lean more into that specific way of playing, so...
That role.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can be anyone in this universe, which is crazy. And again, in No Man's Sky, I love No Man's Sky so much. I think it's such a cool game. There's such awesome moments in that game. But there's just not a feeling of I'm going from A to B to C, like I have this. There's nothing.
There's no strong narrative thread connecting everything.
Yeah, and Bethesda is masters at that, right? So I just think, it's gonna rule.
Man, it's just fucking man. There's so many options. There you go. There's the puncher guy.
Yeah.
Neuro strikes. Punch him so hard.
You can damage specific limbs too. Oh, dude.
Oh yeah, for sure. In that clip part where he punches the guy on the low gravity and he's like falling, the guy's screaming in such a funny way. It's still going to have that Bethesda charm that these games always have, where it's just like awkward, weird animation moments or maybe a funny bug here and there. Always looking for that. But yeah, it's also giving you like the freedom for your build to be like whatever, just again, like you were saying, really cool that you'll be able to earn those things by actually doing those things. Man, yeah, the amount of guns in this game look really cool too.
And all the customization of your gun. That's the other thing too. Is like it's. I think you're gonna get I love it in Bethesda games. You get attached to your weapons because you've either upgraded them or enchanted them or equipped different cool scopes and shit. I'm gonna be sniper stealth guy. That's what my first build's gonna be. I think.
I have to give me like power fists, like Fallout.
I think
I bet.
I think I'm gonna be like an assault, like commando, like social interaction person. Talk my way through or just like blast you. Run and gun.
My way the highway.
Yeah, straight up. We could be friends, or I could assault your entire building, or starship, or whatever the fuck.
Or just steal all your loot when you're not looking.
Yeah, and if there's a pilot background or something, I'm picking it 100%. That which leads us into the starships, man. You can fucking completely explode it. It's like fully customizable, like piece by piece. This looks like such a great module here in the game, just like building ships. I'm gonna love.
How long after launch, man, do you think we see a Gundam? Right? when does it happen? How soon after launch?
There's already a Gundam in this trailer.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I think
already happened.
someone will make it look even more like realistic. Yeah,
Gundam like.
We'll probably see so many like look-alike ships, like
how
to build Kylo Ren's ship or whatever, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, like
dude. And go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say the modding is gonna get crazy. I think for this game.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
You're definitely gonna have Star Wars ships in this game, like immediately with modding. Yeah, just imagine like this big ass forever game. The modding community is gonna like fucking shit their pants, dude.
Lightsabers, come on, it's gonna be one of the first things added.
Absolutely.
I almost always turn lightsaber mods on in Fallout 4.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I would just want to be a lightsaber guy. No.
Nice.
That's why I still don't have one achievement in Fallout 4. It's because I just always turn
only
mods
playing
on.
with mods on. That's funny.
There's the Gundam.
Yeah, that's the Gundam. It's the correct colors and everything. It's just awkward, and I don't think you can make it look better than that.
I bet you can. You can probably make it look cool and like kind of armored core-y.
Oh man, that would be sick. My question that they didn't really brush on here is like, is there gonna be like rovers or like speeder bikes or something? Or are you just gonna be on foot and only on the ship? That's what I don't know about yet. Yeah. We'll see.
Well, they have the horses in the Elder Scrolls game.
That was my thought as well. I'm like, what are the horses in this game? Could be rovers.
You can run an alien.
Could be.
You know what? No Man's Sky inspiration some places. So like, why not take that? Just bond with whatever and then ride that alien thing. Like,
thank you, Big Slice Gaming, for the raid, sir, during this fun recap of all of this Starfield stuff. What else, guys? The companions are looking great. The planets are looking great. The starship.
Did we get a lot on like romance things? I know we got a little tidbit on it. I don't know if they really touched on it that much, right?
I got nothing.
Remember, it was rated M for drug use and sexual stuff. There was like a quote or something from the ratings board that was like next time maybe we don't use the jetpacks or something like that.
There you go.
So I'm excited. I think we're gonna be able to bone in this game for sure.
Oh, for sure, dude. Cherry in the chat said they did mention alien mind control could be your means of travel on planets.
Whoa!
So maybe you can ride some aliens, which is really interesting. I'm just waiting for like the streamer who's like, I'm the alien rider, and like that's all they do is just ride aliens, various aliens. Big Slice Gaming in the chat said 100%. They just studied what No Man's Sky did well. That targeting system looks very similar. Absolutely. But then it's gonna also be a Bethesda game on top of that, which is like, it's inconceivable for me.
I love that you can board other people's ships and then take them out hand to hand or whatever. Like that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, they said there's an ability, a skill you can get called like target systems. So you can, shoot specific systems, kind of disable them, and you see what you're saying right here. Board them, and then you can even steal the ship, Miguel. And then you add it to your armada. Isn't that crazy?
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Look at that. I'm just over the moon for this game, dude. I'm just so fucking excited, man. September 6th can't come fast enough, honestly. But also just mentioning like with the starship controls, it's really interesting that they're kind of like channeling the Star Wars squadrons, essentially.
Yeah.
You're like put like different power levels to different systems, so you can go like faster or boost up your shields or power up your lasers. I mean, that's something that you always hear in like sci-fi stuff anyway. I think even in Star Trek, they're like, oh, phases at maximum power or whatever the fuck they say, something like that. Not to mention you could also board other ships, like friendly ships as well. Like, oh, let's go like land on a like this right here. Land on a cruise ship and hang out.
Yeah, it looks like there's going to be some interesting stories on those too. Like you'll land on some ship and it's like, oh, they thought they were the last humans alive and things like that. Like there's going to be some cool, Bethesda's always good at making cool, weird scenarios where you enter something and it's like some weird Twilight Zone episode going on in there, so.
I mean, I would imagine if the quests are going to be like anything like their other games, it's just going to be good overall.
Yeah,
totally. Yeah.
Dude,
Question.
sandwiches.
Yeah, the sandwiches.
Sandwiches.
The sandwich transition right there. It's great.
Yeah, to the moon. It was great.
Yeah, see, my thoughts kind of go to like the Fallout vault quests, to like what we may see on starships, like a abandoned starship. Like environmental storytelling may say like, oh, everyone's dead and skeletons because shit went down here, or something like that. You could just imagine all sorts of things like outposts with weird stuff. And then you have to end up fighting the thing that killed them or something. Who knows, man? I mean, just think of...
You'll just have System Shock the game inside like a derelict space station.
Right.
Where you're like, oh, shit, all right.
Yeah, so dope, man. Yeah, just overall really excited. Also, the controller's looking great. They also made like a headset that's looking great. The collector's edition has like a literal
watch.
Smartwatch. Yeah, smartwatch that will work with your phone. And the little case that it comes in, so cute. Love it. Let's see if we can find the footage.
Well, it's safe to say that we're all really excited about Starfield. I mean, I definitely think it stole the show a little bit for me. Although there's so many of the other games we mentioned are also equally as exciting. Star Wars was definitely maybe the biggest surprise of all of them, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure the game will be a massive file size. Fuck it. I'll install everything. It's the only game I want to play.
You gonna play this on PC?
No way. Playing on the Series X.
Yeah, cool.
Definitely.
I'll be on PC probably, just for the frame rate and the mods, right?
Yeah. That's what's going to happen eventually if I have to buy another one. So.
Yeah,
They'll probably add mods to Xbox eventually, but probably not for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Until they kind of curate them a little more.
Heck yeah, man. Yeah. If I built a new computer, I'd be cool. I'm sure it would still run on this laptop, but like, no, I want to play it in like regardless, my 4K TV is 70 inches. I want to fucking see it on that. With the Lumi bar on the back or whatever. The Go-V.
I think I'm going to go back and forth, right, from between the two, right? Xbox, PC.
You can. There you go.
Yeah, so overall, great
final
showcase,
on games, on Summer Games Fest. What do you think, guys? 2
thumbs up. Had fun. Capcom sucked.
If I had a third thumb, I would put it up as well. However, yeah, dude, it's Xbox absolutely slam dunked this whole thing. So I'm just happy we got some great games all around, honestly. So
heck yeah. Gage?
Yeah, man. 2 thumbs up for me as well. 5 pockets overall.
There you go.
Just a good, just a fun time. But gamers gaming, good community stuff, some fun memes, some fun goofy moments. The DoorDash Final Fantasy thing was hilarious.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
you know,
that was
I'm,
great.
I'm always in it for those moments that we think back to later, and you know, great games coming out. We're eating and so much shit on Game Pass, so that's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
Persona 3,
no,
all that cool
I
stuff.
miss Nintendo. You know,
Yeah.
I know.
Where's Nintendo?
Eh. Well, we got
All right.
Zelda. They're like, you fuckers are playing Zelda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't care right now.
You got enough. Come on.
Got nothing.
All right, finally we go to Miguel. Miguel, what do you think about everything we just talked about? Let's hear your thoughts.
No, there's a lot of good games coming out. Too many to play.
Yeah, big time. I mean,
So I'll focus on one or two, and I'll make my way through the other ones at some point. So
I know you're stoked for Final Fantasy 16 next in your life.
that is what I'm going to be playing.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. Yeah, and I had something I wanted to say as a final thought, but I can't really remember. Just really excited, man. Yeah, we saw a ton of great games. Oh, I just wanted to say, yeah, hey, there was also cool indies, and I just wanted to at least show those today, the ones that I saw. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. A lot of good games. Don't forget about the indie devs. They also need a little love. All right? And if they get on Game Pass, then, you know, that's even better for them. But yeah, overall, man, I'm just like, this was such a great time with all these showcases. I'm kind of glad it's over. I can resume my normal life.
Right. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Very, very busy time if you're covering game content. So
Big time. I like.
Yeah, big shout out to all your breakout videos and stuff over on XToInteract. It was cool to see all the like individual trailer reacts and stuff like that. That's got to be a lot of work. So props.
That's what I was about to get to, Mr. Steven over here. Check out his podcast, or I don't even know if they're calling it a podcast, but check out their YouTube channel, XToInteract. What is it? YouTube.com/@symbol.
/XToInteract.
YouTube.com. Like
/
this.
X2Interact. Just
Yeah.
like that.
Go there.
buddy.
No. And if you want audio versions, TikToks, all the links, it's podpage.com /XToInteract.
It's all one word, right?
We have our own little cool neato website that has everything there for you if you want to catch us on whatever you like to view it on. So
Heck
We
yeah.
just made a link tree. I'm excited about that.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
did. Yeah, you should make one too.
linktr.ee/neonpocketdimension. Are we endorsing, or are we just going to skip to the end?
I don't got any endorsements. We just sat here and endorsed all sorts of games, so we're good.
Sure.
This is a specialer episode.
One big endorsement.
Yeah, I endorse the Las Vegas Golden Knights for winning the fucking Stanley Cup Finals. That's right, baby. Woo!
I endorse the open pockets.
There you go.
Awesome. So many good open pockets.
Show me what's in your pocket.
What's it got in its pocket? Obviously.
Wow, that was a lot of pocket references in 1 minute, guys.
You guys are good at this. Steven, here's my final question of the podcast. What's the best food that you got over there in Utah? What you got?
I think it's gonna have to be. Oh, God! It's Ann's, I believe it's called Ann's Diner.
Ann's Diner.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Classic.
I
Ann's,
feel like it's just classic diner food, but like they do, I think they do it some of the best. So
nice.
there's obviously a bunch more I could have went through, but I feel like
Let's see. Ann's Diner.
uniquely
Utah.
Utah.
Penny Ann's Cafe,
Penny Ann's Cafe, sorry.
or is it Ann's Diner?
Well, they have two. They have Ann's Diner and they have Penny Ann's Cafe.
Okay.
Penny Ann's Cafe has probably the best breakfast you can find.
Mm.
Um,
Oh, this is Annie's Diner.
Annie's, yeah.
Does it look like this?
Yep.
Cool. I like
That
how
is
there's
correct.
they got burgers.
They got burgers.
Ooh, look at
Usually
that.
what I get, the Jameson.
Oh, the Jameson. Look, it's got a bit
Yeah, man.
onion ring on there.
It's got the eggs and onion rings. Yeah,
That sounds good.
One of those egg
fuck with
burgers,
that.
dude.
it's incredible, man.
That's crazy. You crazy, bro. The Cali, it's got the avocados on it.
Mm.
Wow.
Makes sense.
Signature
Well,
burgers.
Their fries are next level too. So
Big Slice in the chat said there's a Mary Ann's Diner where I'm at. They are not good. So avoid that
Oh,
if you
yeah,
see
maybe
that
not.
anywhere, wherever he's at.
Hell yeah, y'all.
Sweet, man. Steven, thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for going through the games. I know it's been kind of a longer one. I'm sure you expected that, you know.
Yeah, yeah. It was Neon Pocket Dimension. You guys nerd out on everything, so.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I held back. And then, you know, boys, it's always a good time. Always great to see you. Hope everything's good. We're going to go to I'm going to that parade on Saturday for the Golden Knights. That's all I got. But I guess we'll see you next week, probably Tuesday, probably on our actual time. I don't know. But if you want to know what's happening with us, twitter.com/NPD Squad is where you will find the most up-to-date Neon Pocket Dimension scheduling information. So follow us on there. Remember, you can watch this later on YouTube, youtube.com/@Odd Studios. Or you can watch this live, twitch.tv/Neon Pocket Dimension on the nice little overlay below. And then remember, it's been a year of Neon Pocket Dimension. We're celebrating that this week. Maybe we'll do a fun stream this weekend because we couldn't do it last week and we were too hungover. Both of us.
Simultaneously.
All right, Miguel, sign us off, man.
To the stars.
Excelsior.
Incredible.